don't have to worry about predators like our ancestors did. No saber-toothed tigers stalking from the brush. No dire wolves circling the camp. There are no more monsters to fear. And so, we have to build our own.
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever going to know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. He is looking to destroy high prices. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Kawasaki. One man strapped to a 2021 Terex KRX 1000. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois. Tired of the side effect of side-by-side hair? Not when you have a Kawasaki. Your love of your Kawasaki Terex 1000 will save you from side-by-side hair. Enjoy your Kawasaki on all types of terrain and magically eliminate the chance of messy, unwanted side-by-side hair. Go green this summer with Kawasaki. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Yeah! Side-by-side hair, just don't care.
Hold on a minute. Did we hear that right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? You mean the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car. Anybody? Any thoughts out there? Hello?
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Arena is a zero-gravity virtual reality sport that requires teamwork, skill, and communication to succeed. The arena features a spawn area where the game begins. Players enter the arena through a launch tube that has a catapult ring inside to increase speed as they enter. The teams race to be the first team to get to the disc in the center, which is also called the joust. Players enter the arena full of geometric shapes that can be used strategically during a match. The 3 basic player positions are striker, midfielder, and goalie. Each player's Echo unit is equipped with a thruster on each wrist, a booster on the back, and brakes to slow players down from the high speeds. Re-grabbing or stacking is a common technique used in-game. This is demonstrated when players use each other repeatedly in a slingshot motion to increase their speed. Another useful skill is stunning. This allows the players to temporarily disable the opponent's movement. Stunning can be countered by using the blocking skill, which causes the stunner to be stunned as the offensive team progresses through the arena with the disc. The defending team protects their bubble, which serves as a 3-point line around the goal. When players enter the bubble, each goal accounts for just 2 points. When a team scores, the disc spawns on the opposing team's end of the arena to give them the joust advantage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Z Gunslinger. Joined with me is Cool Whip. We got some NEPA games to bring you guys tonight, and I'm excited for these matchups tonight. Over on the orange team, we got New Haven's Ninjas versus the Scottsdale Slither. Oh man, Cool Whip, am I ready to cast these games? These are gonna be some good ones.
I agree, man. This listen, I've got a lot of homies that are in the arena tonight, and it's gonna be a really good match. This is gonna be really close because looking right now, Scottsdale Slither is 3-0 right now. So with that being said, they're trying to keep that momentum going, and New Haven Ninjas are 0-2. So they're trying to break the momentum, and they need to get the momentum. So for the New Haven Ninjas in here tonight, we do have UFC Canada, Breezebo, and Taz QC, which is, I believe, I'm not quite sure if he is main roster or if he is a PDR sub. And then over for the Scottsdale Slither, it looks like we are missing one. I think Foxy might have dropped from the party, but we do have Gunny Saw, Derby Boy, and Unknown. If Foxy does join back, that will be their all main roster here.
Yeah, that'll be good to see. That main roster getting in here, playing together, obviously using that chemistry to their advantage there. Juice in the chat, obviously getting a little jumpy on the rules there. I, typically always like to change it up on the chat a little bit. So, we do got some rules to read. They are important, and we'd like to stand by those rules, abide by them here over at NEPA. So, yeah, we will get to the reading of those rules right now. Whenever production. There we go. We have 4 8-minute quarters, 5-minute halftime in between the two rounds. You know what I'm talking about. 4 players on a team, 2 2-minute timeouts per team per match. Overtime is your golden goal, and the most important, no toxic or discriminatory behavior allowed over here on NEPA. We do not tolerate none of that. Not allowed. I do not like to see it. I'm sure nobody else does. Nonetheless. Again, I'm joined here by Cool Whip. So glad to be joined here by you tonight. First time casting with you, but definitely not the first time we've hung out and talked. So I'm excited, Cool Whip. I don't know about you. I saw your name on the schedule sheet, and I was like, let's go. I got Cool Whip. Let's go.
Of course, man. It's always hot when you get to cast with your friends, especially, when you both have relationships outside of Echo and inside of Echo, and then you get to cast your friends inside the actual match. So it's super cool here, Sunday night AAA action here. This is not my conference, but this is, faced off against both of these teams last year in the final, during the, the finalist selection. So in the postseason. So I'm super excited to see this match. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be close. I believe that New Haven, is really probably wanting to, get some momentum here in the beginning of the season. This is the third week, their third week match. So I think they also had a bye earlier in this season. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to fact check myself. But I'm excited to see this, this match get going here.
All out the Instagram fact checkers. We are
Instagram fact checkers. Yeah.
Nonetheless, I expect some good matches here. A lot of familiar names, like you mentioned, in the arena right now. Obviously, Canada Dash, Breezebow, Taz, UFC, Gutty Stall, Derpy Boy, Unknown, all players that I'm very familiar with. All players I've seen before and cast before, and have played against and alongside. I'm sure at one time and one point, but still waiting on that fourth over there for the Scottsdale Slither. I'm sure we'll be getting that player in soon. But I don't know. I don't really have any big predictions for this game. I know typically sometimes I like to give predictions, but I don't know. Sometimes
you don't want to do pre-game predictions?
It hurts me sometimes.
I feel you, homie. I totally do. I totally get that.
Casting with nails, we did it last week, and we were completely wrong on one of them. So, at this point, I've just learned to bite my tongue. I don't really know what exactly is going to happen because Echo is always unpredictable. Some days players are going to be feeling like they're unstoppable, and some days they're going to feel like they cannot hit a shot, unfortunately. We all have those days, though, and it sucks when you have them. But you work through them. and you rely on your teammates there. So,
yeah.
I don't know if you have any pregame predictions. I'm going to let you take that one if you do.
Listen, I'm just actually going to look at some of the standings and some of the stats here, to be honest, because what's really important is point differential, okay? If anybody knows that better, it's the Scranton Royals from last season. Point differential is important. So looking at the standings right now, the Scottsdale Slither, they're 3-0. They have a plus 89 point differential right now, and the New Haven Ninjas are a negative 62. So that's a tall hill to climb. But this is the beginning of the season. This is only week 3, so we're not even a quarter of a way into this AAA season.
Yeah, it could definitely play a factor, and obviously you mentioned there earlier that the New Haven Ninjas have not yet found a win to their name so far this season. Definitely can play a factor on them and their mental, but as we see these teams progress through the season, I'm sure we will see that change, through them. Chemistry building is something important, and if you find that with the right players, right people, you will find a kind of sweet spot on your team and build up what you're looking for there. I do see Foxy has joined over on the side of the Scottsdale Slither now, so possibly getting started soon. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they play out against the Scottsdale Slither. That is the top ranking team right now over in the West Conference. So definitely going to be interesting to see, Cool Whip, and it's going to be a time to tell for the Ninjas to prove themselves.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be a lot of clear and boost, and it's going to definitely be stack heavy, because you've got a lot of chem going on Scottsdale Slither. People that have played together for a long time, and same with what's going on, over for the New Haven Ninjas. They have a backfill and also some new additions to the roster this season. So let's see on this first possession who's going to have first touch and first possession.
Yeah, first touch is going to come out to the Scottsdale Slither here. They're going to be winning it pretty single-handedly there. Ooh. Now Goodysaw going to try to take a shot there. Unfortunately, he's not going to find the connection, just dinging off there. Taz challenging Foxy there, was able to get the disc away from him, but not all the way out as Canada picks it up. Trying to go for the clear, is going to find it right and back into the hands of that stack coming in for the New Haven Ninjas here. Taz now slowing it down, trying to make some space, but does get stolen from him by Foxy. Foxy here going to try to clear it out, does find it all the way through. Nobody able to pick it up just yet as UFC gets a hand on it, trying to clear it all the way down now into the side of the Scottsdale Slither here as they're racing to get over to that disc. Canada there is going to take the shot and is going to make it. That's going to get New Haven on the board early on, up to with 38 seconds off of that clock.
Yes, great job there by the New Haven Ninjas, putting 2 points on the board pretty quickly here. There was a great job on that backstack there, getting that cleared all the way through. UFC going for that long clear. It is going to be Foxy sending it hot left of tunnel, not connecting that pass though. It is going to be recollected by UFC, sending that through mid all the way down. It looks like it is going to be into the bubble. Who's going to get it? It is going to be Foxy, getting pressured by one and get stunned out, and it is going to be recovered there by Derpy Boy. Nobody's pushing him. He's going to slow it down, looking for a good passing lane. He's going to be pushed by the stack. Goes left trap here over to Gunny. Gunny getting pressured by that stack too. Goes for the cross, but it is going to be Foxy. Foxy getting it cleared all the way through. Goes for the shot, but just off of that pesky nugget. But it's going to be recollected here by Gunny. Gunny resetting that back to Derpy. Derpy going for the full reset back to Unknown. Slowing it down. UFC pushing up. It is going to connect there too. Derpy getting pressured from behind. Goes for the pass, but no. Canada is going to get the jump on that, but just can't get it cleared out.
And Breezebo there, able to pick it. No, sorry. Yeah, Derpy Boy able to pick it up there. Sorry. Getting my players mixed up here. Now going to be cleared all the way out into the side of the Scottsdale Slither here. New Haven's going to be trying to race to get back, but the Scottsdale Slither players are going to get there first. It's going to be Derpy Boy sending it up to Gunnysaw here, trying to make advantage of the space they have here to work. That's going to be cleared all the way out there on the right side. Going to find a weird bounce off the Pac-Man there, and that's going to land into Canada's hands, but Foxy coming in, getting the steal there off of Canada. Canada getting it picked right back up, now cleared out, and New Haven's got a stack coming in, a chance for them to score here. That's going to be a shot attempt. It's going to ding off the ding ring there, unfortunately. Foxy's going to get a hand on it now. Foxy now going to send it out to the right side. Going to be cleared all the way through into the side of the New Haven Ninjas, and they're going to be racing to get to this disc here, and that's going to be Gunnysaw sending it in for 2 points of their own. Now a tied game here early on. Been a little bit since we've seen a score, so definitely these teams are putting some pressure on each other early on.
Indeed, getting it tied up here with 5 minutes and almost 5 seconds left on the clock. It is going to be New Haven coming out with this neutral joust. It's going to be Canada sending it hot left over to UFC. UFC going cross to Taz. Taz back to UFC. They have this stack pressure in the middle. They are still together, and it was picked off there by Gunny and tried to get it cleared out, but it is going to be Foxy sending it through right tunnel.
Foxy trying to clear it all the way through the right tunnel there. UFC was able to pick it up off that stack there. Now going to be sent there to the left side. Now cleared all the way out into the side of the Scottsdale Slither here. A chance for both of these teams to get down there. One to get a stop, one to score. That will be the Slither coming away with it. That's going to be into the hands of Derpy Boy after the pass from Unknown. Now Foxy here handling this disc is going to walk it up the field. Has a couple of players coming to challenge. It will be sent over to Gunnysaw, right back over to Foxy now. Beautiful passing here from the Slither to work it up their zone. Foxy there going to get a jump and is going to take it in for another 2 points here for the Scottsdale Slither, starting to maybe find their edge here on the New Haven Ninjas. Cool Whip.
100%. Looking at this possession time, Scottsdale Slither is just really taking their time, walking it forward, looking for that open passing lane. They know that they're running stack pressure, so they're just looking for those good passing lanes, and just like that, almost trying to go for that low shot there, but it is going to be recovered here by Foxy, but getting stunned out by that chain. Trying to get that sent through, but it does get stuck in trap, looking for stacks. It is going to be recovered here by Taz. Taz getting that sent all the way through. It is going to be stuck up in trap and getting the good bounce there. It is going to be Canada. Oh, he just could not reach it. Unknown gets the recovery, goes to the reset. That was a good reset there. Back to Derpy. Derpy goes for the cross pass. Oh, the stack pressure here by the New Haven Ninjas. Goes for the walk, the underhand. Captain Canada tying it up here with another 39-second possession.
Tied up here with 3 minutes left in this first quarter. New Haven is definitely putting some pressure on the Slither here. Definitely showing that though they're the lowest team in the West right now, that they can still keep up and compete. So the Slither definitely need to find their edge on this team. And yes, definitely good dodge right there from Foxy to get the pass through to Gunny Saw. Was intended for that player on the ceiling there, I do believe. That's going to be sent over to Foxy. Foxy trying to take it in there, but will not find the connection. That's going to be a clear out by Taz there. Now a race to get this disc from both these teams. Will be slapped into the high trap side there by, I didn't exactly see who got a hand on it. Nonetheless, UFC is going to be handling it, sending it back to Canada to slow it down now.
That was a great reset there. That was looking for Canada, but he was getting a little bit of pressure here. They're going for the cross. Bree's going to have it go for the one extra pass. He's going to push it. No, he tried to get that one extra pass in. And Breeze does get that ender off. That was a great ender there, allowing UFC to get that disc. They have three back. They have numbers if the chain's coming in. Oh, and just getting stunned by that chain pressure is Breezebo. It is going to be cleared all the way through mid. What a shot. Oh.
Wow. That was close. That was close. Breeze here on the floor. Going to be handling this disc, trying to get a pass off, maybe a clear. Will be cleared out, but into the hands of Gunny Saw as Canada's coming to challenge. Does not get the stun off. Does not get the disc either. Gunny Saw now going to send it back to Unknown. Is going to find a weird bounce there off the cloud, unfortunately. Now into the hands of Unknown, picking it up off the missed pass. Unknown's going to send it there to Gunny Saw. Gunny Saw now slowing it down. Going to walk it up the floor. Has some space to work with here. And this is where you don't want to let yourself get into if you're the defensive team. You don't want to let that space get too much. Fortunately, they were able to get all four players back there to get set up for defense. Ooh. That is going to be Derpy breaking that defender there. Going to try to take a shot. Was Unknown. Is not going to find it as it's back into the hands of Derpy Boy. Derpy Boy over to Gunny Saw. Derpy Boy now handling this disc over to Foxy. And it's going to be Unknown on the backboard, slapping it in for another 2 points here for the Scottsdale Slither.
Man, this is probably the lowest scoring first round of the season, I've got to say. That was almost a 2-minute possession time, and we only have 10 points put up on the board here in just 8 minutes. We do have 35 seconds left, and New Haven Ninjas are going to have the disc here. Oh, getting the duck off is Canada, beating Foxy out there. He is going to go for the long pass in the long heave, but nobody is there to receive it. But it is going to be, oh, that back line was coming in fast there, but Foxy getting that good ender off. Going to go for the clear, is going to get that sent all the way out through right tunnel there, looking for chain, and it's going to be UFC, I think, that's going to get there first. No, what a good stack there by the Scottsdale Slither to put them up by 4 points here at the end of this first round.
And as we come to the end of this first quarter here, it will be the Scottsdale Slither up by 4. New Haven's definitely going to be trying to answer back after a quick string of possessions from the Slither. But we will be right back after a quick commercial break with more NEPA action. Stay tuned, folks.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois. Tired of the side effect of side-by-side hair? Not when you have a Kawasaki. Your love of your Kawasaki Teryx 1000 will save you from side-by-side hair. Enjoy your Kawasaki on all types of terrain and magically eliminate the chance of messy, unwanted side-by-side hair. Go green this summer with Kawasaki. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Yeah! Side-by-side hair, just don't care.
We are back, folks, and still join with me. This is amazing. Cool Whip. She's lovely. You guys know her. You guys love her. And I'm excited to see the second quarter play, Cool Whip. I'm going to let you take the lead on this one.
All right, I'm super excited here. Just the second round of 4 here. 8 minutes on the clock. Neutral joust. First touch, first possession. Who's going to have it? It is going to be first touch. Oh, first touch here is by New Haven Ninjas, but it was recollected there by the Slither. But it is going to be ultimately Canada going for that extra pass. Oh, but trying to get that connection with Breeze, but he goes for the stun instead. Canada does get the reset back to UFC, but he does have that pressure by Known. Goes for the pass to Breezebo. Breezebo has a 3-on-1. Goes to the backboard, but it's saved by Gunny Saw. What a great save there.
Yeah, beautiful save there from Gunny. Definitely making some defensive pressure here. All this so far, this entire team of the Scottsdale has definitely been working their defense to their strong suit, and it's definitely been paying off as they've only allowed 4 points so far. Now Breezebo's going to send it low, trying to find Canada. Unfortunately, that player for the Scottsdale Slither came out and challenged and was able to get an interception. Foxy here wanted to take the long 3, but that stack came in pretty quickly. Foxy's going to walk it in off the juke off a shield and will put it in for another 2 points here for the Scottsdale Slither. That's now 3 unanswered goals now in a row for the Scottsdale Slither, Whip.
Yeah, they're just probably vibing off of that momentum, you know. Second round right before halftime. This is when you want to, you know, build your lead. Nothing better than going into a break than having, you know, a nice lead. But it is going to be Taz here walking it forward. No pressure. Nobody's pushing him. He is slowing it down, though. Does opt for the reset back to Canada. Canada does get pressure by Foxy, and Foxy picking his pocket and walking it forward. Does he have lane? He does. He's going to go for the shot, but the stack of UFC and Taz. Great save there by UFC. That would have been a great submarine shot. Great ender there by Breezebo. Good defense, and does get that sent all the way through back, and it is going to be recollected by Taz. Taz slowing it down, doing some juke and goes for the cross to Canada. Canada going for the cross pass under to Breeze. Breeze trying to make some room, goes to the extra pass. Canada goes to the slap, putting another 2 points on the board here, making this just a mere 4-point game.
Yeah, 4-point game, and definitely a good sign there for the New Haven Ninjas to get a answer back to what's been, as mentioned earlier, 3 unanswered goals for the Scottsdale Slither. Slow that momentum down. Now the Scottsdale Slither here going to be rolling out, sending it over to the left side. Unknown's going to try to find the low pass. Will miss the intended receiver. Going to be into the hands of Canada. No, it will not be. Taz is going to find it. Taz now going to send it over to Breezebo. Breezebo here now going to find a cross pass to that stack, and they have a chain going. But Foxy there in the back line, but UFC coming in with a big stun. UFC now has possession of this disc, is going to send it over to Breezebo, trying to slow it down and get set up for their offense here as Taz gets a hand on this disc. Now sent down to UFC, but will not find the pass. Will be a stun, though. Taz here going to send it back over to Breezebo to slow it down.
That was a good reset there. Here they are pushing the bubble. They have a 3-on-2. Goes to the dunk, goes to the pass. That was a great find there. Taz to Canada going for that quick cut. Goalie just not getting turned around in time. Making this a 2-point game. New Haven Ninjas said we might have been down, but we are not out.
Yeah, definitely not. And I want to point out here, so far Canada over there on the New Haven Ninjas has scored all 8 points, but that has come off of 3 assists in total from the team, and I'm sure that a lot of the team play has been not accounted for so far. Now it's going to be sent over here to Derpy Boy. Derpy Boy trying to find a pass to Gunny Saw. Will find it as he gets to slap in to answer back. Now up by 4 again here is the Scottsdale Slither.
That was a great cut pass there from Derpy to Gunny, going for that quick slap. You know, that goalie had no time to read where that slap was going to go. So it is going to be New Haven coming out with this offensive joust. Canada, oh, they're going to run a man. He goes to send it high to UFC. UFC does have it, but that chain is on and does get that stun out recovered by Derpy. Sent all the way through right tunnel looking for stacks, but it is going to be Canada on the back line getting that recovery, just slowing it down, trying to pull a man out. Does get past Foxy, but does not connect that pass over to his teammate. It is going to be Gunny on the back line, sending that all the way through.
All the way through now, and there is a player down there in the New Haven Ninjas side. It was Foxy there, and Foxy's going to pick it up off the assist from Unknown there. Now up by 6 again. Here is the Scottsdale Slither, and so far really no team has been able to gain a substantial lead. Sure, the Scottsdale Slither are up by 6, but New Haven is definitely keeping on their toes and answering back when they need to, and hopefully they can use that momentum to keep shifting it in their favor, Cool Whip.
For sure, yeah. I mean, there's still plenty of time left in this game. They try to get that quick relay through, but it is going to be Gunny getting that recovery sent all the way through. Looking for a stun. Oh, well, let's see who's going to recover that. It's going to be Gunny, but the stack is on. Goes to the cross pass, trying to get that to Foxy, and does. But he does have 2 on. Goes to the cross pass over to Derpy. Derpy going for the bounce reset. Oh, what a great slap there. Oh, trying to get that off to get to Foxy, but just cannot connect. But on the back line is Unknown, getting that great pass there too. Derpy over to Foxy. Foxy getting the recovery, gonna go for a whirl of twirl. Oh, but the big steal by Taz, trying to get that sent out. But Derpy with the recovery goes to the reset. Oh, and that stack pressure, that stack is broke. They do have numbers here, but he's backing it out. Oh no, he gets stunned out by Breeze, brawling it up right now. Breeze with 33 stuns does get that sent all the way through to high trap, but it is gonna be Derpy with the recovery, sending that back through mid.
Attempting to send it through mid there. Did take a weird bounce off the station, but they were able to recollect now as Gunny Saw is walking it up the field. Gunny Saw gets the duck off on 2 defenders. Going to try to take the shot. Will not get it. Here, now going to be UFC here. Going to try to find the clear all the way through. No, picked off by Unknown. There's a solid backline for the Slither tonight as Foxy's going to walk it in. Off the pass from Gunny Saw. That's going to be another 2 points here. Now up by 8. Oh my god, the back line for the Slither tonight has been so killer.
And they all got hops, man. Derpy getting the I mean, everybody got a duck at least once there, I believe. Unknown, Insane on the back line, you know, saving that twice there for the Slither. But it is going to be Taz going back for that reset over to Canada. Canada sending it all the way through, trying to connect their 2 Breeze, but it is going to be Foxy getting the recovery, walking it forward. It's going to get stacked here with Unknown. Sending that all the way through mid. Their chain does break, and the leech is there, but it is going to be Foxy getting the recovery, slowing it down, backing it up. Does have pressure here by UFC, and does get stunned out. And it is going to be Breezebo getting that recovery, but they do not have his... Oh, they do have a stack coming in hot, and it gets the grab, gets the shot. It is going to be Taz putting it in for another 2 points. Just a 6-point game here with 55 seconds left on the clock.
And as this second quarter starts to wind down and come to an end, the Slither here are definitely going to be trying to get some more points on the board. But along with that, the New Haven Ninjas are definitely going to be trying to answer back with some points of their own to try to close that gap here. We're seeing a little bit of a 2-2 dribble rollout here as that stun does come through, and a chance for these players to get up the field. No, Foxy's going to get a beautiful leech off and is going to get that disc. Now picked up, going to be sent over to the right side there, trying to find Gunny Saw on the wall there. Will be into the hands of Breezebo. Breeze now is going to send it all the way down. A chance for either of these teams to get this disc into their hands. Will be Unknown picking it off. Unknown to Gunny Saw. Gunny Saw now going to clear it down. Derpy boy there. Derpy's going to try to take the shot. It's going to, unfortunately, just hook it a little too much and hits the shield. Now back into the hands of Derpy boy, but a pick off there by UFC. A big stop to disallow points there. Coming at the end of the second quarter. It's going to be the Scottsdale Slither up by 6 as we go into our halftime break. Stay with us, folks. We will be back with the second half shortly.
30 seconds. This one is loose in the Destroyer zone. Collected by Saluda. Stunned out. Picked up by Game. Stunned out. Zenith with it.
This is it. Trying to clear it.
Clear it out. 20 seconds. Game gets it back here. Game turning it around. Sends this one in off of the floor. Gets it to Rosie Hope. Rosie has Zenith pressuring. 13 seconds. Sending this one in. Stunned out. No. What a shield there from Acorn.
Oh, no.
That's the finish. That's the victory. What's the clock? What's the clock?
That's it. That's it.
In the last seconds, the Orlando Cyclones come back 33-32. Are you kidding me?
What?
I've got nothing. You know, forget finals. What was that? What was that? No, not anymore. No.
Look at
no. Put me on camera. Put me on
that.
camera. That was unbelievable. I cannot believe what just happened. I cannot believe what just happened.
On that read.
Welcome back, folks. We have some stat breakdown to give you here, and it's been one good game so far. A very low-scoring game, but a very action-packed one nonetheless. Cool Whip, what are we seeing over for the side of the Slither so far?
Okay, so what is notable right now is their possession time. They have 6 minutes and 17 seconds, 56% of the time here. And as you can tell, you know, they've been taking their time walking it forward, looking for those open passing lanes, and just really capitalizing on those quick cut passes. But also notably looking at, you know, just at the stats here, shots taken right now. The Slither have taken 19 shots versus the only 9 shot of Orange team. Now you look at that and you think, oh well, I mean, statistically speaking, you know, that just means that New Haven Ninjas, the shots that they are shooting, they are, you know, converting on. So right now it looks like, from statistically speaking, the Slither they're taking shots on the goal, but they need to get the conversions. They need the disc to go through the goal here. But ultimately, you know, both teams are running really quick stack pressure, and it's basically just who's getting there first and who, you know, capitalizing on those open goal opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, we've been seeing it so far from them. They've been not afraid, for the Slither at least, to take it in on a goalie. And we would see the Ducks. We've been seeing the Jukes come out all night from them. But let's not downplay the New Haven Ninjas here. I mean, they are only down by 6 points, and it is still got 2 more quarters to go. It's 16 minutes of play, and they've been executing really well as a team so far. You know, tonight we've been seeing them get a lot of defensive stops, just have not been able to really convert over there on the offensive side so far. I mean, we are seeing Canada with 8 points over there, and then Taz with 2. A couple assists from Breeze and Taz themselves, and then a couple saves. So, you know, not necessarily the worst team play we've seen, but definitely just have not been able to find the mark on the offensive end, Cool Whip.
Yeah, but like you said, there is plenty. There's 16 minutes left in this game, 6 points down. That is nothing. This is still anyone's game. Coming out here, first touch, first possession is going to be to UFC for the New Haven Ninjas. Get that sent through, but it is going to be recovered there by Derpy Boy. They do have a chain here. Sending that through. They do split here. They do have a numbers advantage. Goes to the backboard, goes to the walk, and it is going to be put in for 2 more points by Unknown. That was a great connection there from Derpy.
Yeah, beautiful pass there to find Unknown on the backboard, and Unknown went for the behind the back shot. It looked like there got the little flick off and was able to find the right placement for it so that goalie didn't get a hand on it. Nonetheless, New Haven here on the rollout will be Canada handling it. It's going to be sent over to the right side there to Taz. Taz now finding UFC there on the ceiling there. Now going to be trying to find a couple passes. Will be found to Breezebo. Breezebo now going to send it back for the reset to slow it down to Canada. Canada here going to find the pass up high over to UFC. UFC finding the pass over to Taz. Back to UFC. Going to try to get a shot off, but will be stopped there by the Scottsdale Slither. Now going to be trying to clear it all the way out. Not all the way out, though, unfortunately for them. Now is going to be a slap away there by Canada, but right into the hands of that stack for the Slither. Now all the way into the New Haven side. A race for this disc to get here. Foxy's going to try to take the shot. Will find the 3. Now up by 11. This is a big point for the Scottsdale Slither here.
Yes, it is. Up here by 11 points here. Third round Foxy doing some great placement there, getting that, backing it out just a little bit, trying to, get that three-pointer, and does capitalize there. And it's going to be the Ninjas rolling out. Canada sending it hot left over. Oh, tries to connect there and does, but just getting stunned out there by Unknown. But it is going to be Breeze getting the recovery. Is getting pressured by Derpy. Goes for the pass to UFC. But it is going to be recollected there by Unknown. Who's got the best knees? It is going to be Unknown getting the reset back to Gunny. Gunny connecting to Foxy. Foxy up on mid. Is going to get that sent all the way through. Looking for chains. Looking for a stack race. It is going to be recollected here by UFC. Does get that sent to Canada. Canada goes for the reset. Oh no. Oh no. You hate to see it. What an unfortunate reset there to the goal.
Yeah, that definitely don't like to see that. It was a good idea there to reset it out to that player coming out of the tunnel, but unfortunately just missed the grab on it and unfortunately had the trajectory. Oh no, Unknown with another steal there. That's gonna be another 3. That's 3 threes in a row, and one coming from themselves here from the New Haven Ninjas. Now going to be a 7 point lead. Wow.
I think this is what they call momentum here. Just thriving off of that, like you said, unanswered points here. Going with a quick rollout here to left, going for the relay. It is going to be connected here. Taz going for the cross, does get that cross, but just a leading pass. It is going to be recollected here by Breeze, slowing it down, goes across UFC. UFC goes to the backboard, but unfortunate, just bouncing off the ding ring, but it is going to be recollected. Goes to the cut pass. Breeze putting it in for another 2 points.
Yeah, Breeze there able to get some points to the board, coming off a beautiful pass there from UFC. Beautiful decision there to pass up that potential shot that they had, but nonetheless, points are points, and they got some on the board. Now only down by 15 is the Ninjas, and the Scottsdale Slither here on this rollout.
It was a great rollout. That was exactly what they wanted to do. They were trying to do, it was a good job. That's exactly what they wanted to do. They were running a stack and a stack split, so basically they were going to dribble, but they went for the pass, and then they just dribbled downfield, looking for the open possession. Great job reading their defense there and capitalizing on that open goal opportunity.
Yeah, beautiful job there from the Slither to get those points to the board. Canada now on the rollout will be sent across to Taz. Taz trying to find a cross pass, but will land back into the hands of Canada. Canada now is going to send it up to Breezebo as he sends it right back up to UFC. UFC, we've been seeing him all night on that ceiling so far, and it gets Snake taken away there from Unknown. It was going to try to maybe go in for the solo potentially. Nonetheless, Unknown's going to come away with it. It is going to be sent all the way out here, trying to get that stack to collect it as it takes a couple weird bounces and lands into the hands of UFC. Now going to be stolen away, but right back to the hands of Taz. Foxy though, not giving up on the aggression there as it's sent back for the reset to Unknown.
What behind the pass, trying to get that connect, but it is going to be UFC getting that clear, but it is going to be at mid and slapped through by Gunny, looking for stacks. It is going to be recovered here by Breeze. Breeze trying to get that cleared out. He tries to go for the bounce clear, but it's going to be Gunny getting a quick hand on it. Unknown getting stunned out with Breeze, but UFC ends up getting the disc, but not clearing it out. Gunny does recover it, getting pressure just a little bit, goes for the reset all the way back through tunnel. What a dime of a pass for a reset back to Foxy. Foxy going for the bounce pass. What another dime of a pass. Goes for the shot. What a shotter. Insane. 32-12 here. This is the momentum. This is what matters right now, because point differential, listen, this is positive points right here for the Slither.
Folks, let me pull out my dictionary real quick. That is what we call a shot or dash. Nonetheless, Canada is going to be picking it up, sending it over to the right side here into the hands of Taz. Taz now finding the pass low and is going to be into the hands of Breezebo for the shot. Now is going to be another 2 points for the New Haven Ninjas there, and that's going to be a drop over there on the side of the Scottsdale Slither. That is going to be who was that? That was Gunny Saw. That's who it was.
Yeah, we got a drop, so we got a 4v3 here right now. Could have just had a hardware malfunction, but it is going to be Foxy. Does juke out his man, keeps walking it forward, no pressure. Is going to get the pass through to Derpy. Derpy has a 2-on-1. Gonna go for the pass here. Oh, but just getting stunned out is unknown. And it's gonna be recovered here by Taz getting the slap, but it is gonna be Foxy on the back line getting the recovery. Oh, doing some juking around. Oh, does beat his man, goes to the cross pass over to unknown, but it is gonna be Taz getting that stun off. UFC, Taz are stacked. Foxy trying to get that chain. Ultimately, it does break them apart, but Taz gets the shot, but intercepted by Foxy. Great recovery. Goes for that reset. Good job. From Derpy back to Foxy going for the ender, but does get stunned out by Taz. Taz has numbers here. Is going to go for the pass. Goes for the cut. Oh, and the goalie jumped out. That would have been a great opportunity for some free points. It is going to be UFC getting pressured. Has the 2v1. And it's going to be Taz. Still a 4v3 here. Goes to the cross. Has the 2-on-1. Goes to the shot. Puts it in for 2 more points. See, this is exactly what they need to be doing right now. They need to be utilizing their numbers advantage in the bubble because right now this is a 4v3. And this is still round 3. There's only 35 seconds, but plenty of time.
Yeah, and, you know, I've seen some comebacks before that have blown my mind out of the water. So I'm not saying that New Haven can't do it, because they definitely can. It's gonna be a lot of pressure on them though here as Taz picks it up. Taz sending it over to Breezebo. Breezebo finding the pass. No, going for the shot. Sorry, I thought there was a player down there. Now going to be picked up into the hands of UFC here. Gonna try to send the shot. Was on target, but Unknown's gonna be there picking it up and gonna be sending it all the way out now. A chance for either of these teams to get back, get a stop or some goals. That will be Foxy trying to send it in for the last second shot, but will bounce off the ding ring there. That is going to be a 16-point lead into the hands of the Scottsdale Slither as we end the third quarter here. Folks, stay tuned. We will be back with more NEPA TV action soon after a quick commercial break. And we are back, and we do have a sub coming in for the Scottsdale Slither here. Will be Ninja Tim coming in to fill the role of Gunny Saw here. So definitely Cool Whip mentioned that these players all do have chemistry, so it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out here, Cool Whip.
This is probably we're just gonna have to look at the scoreboard. It is gonna be UFC getting this joust and going for the cross. And, oh, what a pick there by Foxy. But it is going to be Breeze. Oh, the save there by Derpy, I believe. It could have been Ninja Tim. I'm not quite sure. There's a lot of bodies in there, but it is going to recover. Then the duck and the shot. Oh, unfortunate. Not sure if it went off their head or they pulled it into the goal, but it is going to be 2 points here for the Ninjas.
Yeah, another 2 points there for the Ninjas. Able to start maybe getting some momentum on the board. They definitely took advantage of that 4v3 that they had, was able to get some points on the board. So as the Slither rollout here will be Foxy handling this disc, is going to send it through high. Was trying to find Ninja Tim there. Does not find that connection though. Taz is going to send it cross low over to Breezebo. Breezebo here doing some juking around, is going to send it back for the reset. Oh, no. Will be into the hands of Canada after a little bit of a scuffle there, but they were able to find it in the end as Taz picks it up now. Taz here will be walking it up the field, has some space to work with. They're giving them some space. I mean, they do have the lead here. Will be into the hands of Breezebo. Breezebo maybe going to try to take it in here, but no, stopped by Derpy Boy. Oh my God, what a save there. That defense has been killer from the Slither tonight so far.
That was a great job there. Great movement and juking there by Foxy, trying to make some space. Oh, I don't know if that would have been in, but that was a great interception there by Breeze. Trying to get that sent through there, just through the hands of both teammates. This is going to be Foxy. Does get the pass, but UFC gets the grab and gets that sent all the way through. It is going to be down into the bubble, recovered, and the shot. Oh, and 3 more points on the board. Do I sense a comeback?
Don't speak too soon now. You don't want to caster's curse that.
Oh, man, no.
Nonetheless, now only an 11-point lead here for the Slither, and the New Haven is the Ninjas are definitely applying some pressure here to them, as we have not seen any points really come from the side of the Slither so far here as of late. That's going to be handled into the hands of Taz. Taz is going to get the clear all the way out into the side of the Slither here. Now a race to get the disc. That will be cleared out. No, it will not be, as it takes a weird bounce into the hands of Breezebo. Breezebo here trying to get some jukes around. A little bit of maybe a miscommunication there. Not really sure exactly what happened. Now into the hands of Unknown. Unknown slowing it down here. Gonna try to work this defender out, and that stack is gonna try to bite and intercept that pass, but will be sent to Ninja Tim. Ninja Tim's gonna send it in for 2 more points. Now a 13-point lead for the Slither.
That was great movement there, juking out that stack. You know, that stack pressure was trying to get that interception there, but ultimately Ninja Tim getting some movement and doing some juking around and off post. You know, getting that good shot there for 2 more points. It's gonna be Canada sending it hot right here. Right tunnel connected to Taz. Taz goes for the relay and crossing that over to Breeze. Breeze getting the duck, going for the reset. Good job there. Canada sending it cross up to Taz. Taz going back for the cross pass to UFC. UFC getting pushed by Foxy. And now Foxy's pushing Canada. Canada tries to connect there. Taz, oh, I'm not quite sure if that was a good shot there off the backboard or not. But it is going to be Unknown coming in quick with the stacks. Tries to get that sent through. Who's going to have it? It is going to be Ninja Tim. Ninja Tim goes for the pass, but ultimately UFC getting that interception and trying to get that cleared out, but it is going to be a glorified self-pass. Now he gets it cleared all the way through right tunnel.
All the way through right tunnel there, and that stack for the Slither coming in pretty quick as Ninja Tim picks it up. Will be Foxy here handling this disc. Is going to be sent all the way out, and that stack for the Slither here is going to be able to recollect it. Now it's going to be Ninja Tim here. Has a couple of options to either pass inside the bubble or pass for the reset. Will be sent up to Foxy after the pass to Derpy Boy, but Noah stopped there by Breezebo. Breezebo here is going to be sending it all the way out, but the stack there for the Slither has just been able to track it down. No, they didn't. A little bit of scuffle there from Foxy and Breezebo. Stopping each other there as Taz comes away with it. Taz sending it over to UFC now. UFC there going to find that Taz, and Taz now has a chance to walk it in. Will walk it in, is going to put it in to close the gap to 11.
That was a great job there by the Ninjas getting that moved forward for another 2 points. 1:22 is how long it took them to get that conversion here. 3 minutes, 25 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time here. It is going to be the Slither coming out with this rollout, sending it hot left. Does make that connection there, does have the chain, does get the pass, has the shot line, it's going to go for it, but off the ding ring. Unfortunate there. Stack is together here for the Ninjas, getting it sent all the way through. Taz goes for the mail slot, but it's just a little bit wide there, but it is dunked in by UFC.
We have a 9-point game, and there's still plenty of time. I don't know. This is gonna be an interesting one to see. New Haven.
They might play possession here.
That's all the Slither really got to do is just kill the time. They don't really necessarily need to rush for points. They are up by a minimum of 3 goals here. So it will be into the hands of Taz there. Taz and Breezebo trying to get the stack out, but into the hands of Foxy. Foxy now clearing it all the way out. A stack there for the Slither. Is going to be able to pick it up, and they will send it in. That's going to be extending that gap back up to 11 points now, and will be a pretty solid lead here that they're sitting on. Still time. But New Haven's definitely got to move quick if they want to come back.
Yes, indeed. They really do have to move very quickly and score 3s, which I'm pretty sure Slither is not going to leave that goal unattended. They do have Foxy playing the back line here. Looking for this grab, and it's going to be Breeze going for the shot there, but like I said, Foxy on the back is going to get that cleared all the way through mid, gets that connected, goes for the shot. Oh, I don't know if that was in, but it is going to be Derpy getting that off for another 2 points here for the Slither.
Yeah, and now a 13-point lead here as time starts to wind down for the Ninjas to start making that comeback that we were hoping to see. At least I was hoping to see. I don't know about everybody in chat, but I was definitely hoping to see it. So as they roll out here, they're going to be trying to find something to get going for them. That's going to be sent over to the right side here to Taz. Taz now is going to try to find a pass up high, but will take a weird bounce off of the top of table there. The I don't really know what the ceiling. We'll call that the ceiling because I guess the ceiling sits above the table. Nonetheless, that stack coming in for the Slither is gonna be fast.
Yep.
They're gonna try to take the shot, but they will not find it at first. Unknown gets a hand on it here. Is gonna try to sit it in for another 2 points, and that is that 40-point mark that Juice has been rooting for in chat. Now up by 15 as the Slither.
Yep. So that's plus 15 here to their differential, and that is going to be out of mathematical time here for a comeback, which means that this is going to put the Scottsdale Slither up 4-0 for the season.
Yeah, 4-0, top of the West Conference.
And I think they also just probably passed the 100-point mark for point differential. Let me look.
Will be unknown hand on
Yes.
this disc as it's
Yes.
sent out. They did pass that mark.
Yep, they had 89 plus 15 right now. They're already over. They have a plus or over 100 point differential, but it is going to be recovered here by Canada. Try to get that crossover to UFC, going for the quick pass there to Taz. Is going to get that. Back to UFC, going for the juice, going for the push. Is going to get it for another 2 points, lessening that deficit though for the Slither.
Yeah, and that will be the game into the hands of the Slither. A beautiful, beautiful performance from them all tonight. Big shout out to Ninja Tim. Come fill that spot of Gunny Saw there. But I mean, I do gotta point something out here. New Haven definitely limit their points there in that fourth quarter. I mean, they were at 32 when they started, and they only scored 8 points there. So definitely a very low scoring game here. Me and Cool Whip did call that out. It was a very low back and forth scoring game up until the end there. So beautiful, beautiful game nonetheless. And taking a look at the stats real quick. Over on the side of the New Haven Ninjas, we have Canada with 13 points, 14 stuns. Breezebow there with 4 points, 3 assists, 3 saves, 1 steal. UFC with 4 points, 3 assists, 1 save, 2 steals, and 30 stuns. Breeze, I meant to call out his stuns because 56. Shout out to Juice. He gets the Stunny Award there tonight. And for Taz, that's going to be 4 points, 5 assists, 1 save, and 1 steal, and 28 stuns. Slither, Cool Whip, I'll let you comment on their stats.
Well, I've got to say that we've also got to do player of the game here.
You do have to.
And looking at these, insane stats here. Just look at the possession times here. Foxy doing an incredible job on the back line, but also doing work on the front line. Look his points, his assists, his steals. Like, this man was insane tonight. And they're just really capitalizing. Looking at the possession time, that's really where they really just strive tonight, was taking their time and walking it forward, and definitely, converting on their pushes forward. So with that being said, my Stuntman Award, has to, MVP has to go to Foxy.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with you tonight here, Whip. I like to always challenge everybody else's, things, MVP awards, but Foxy, we said his name all night, and he played phenomenal. I mean, I'm not discounting any of the other players here for the New Haven or Scottsdale Slither, sorry, but they played phenomenal overall, and Foxy definitely played all over the arena tonight, back line and on the offensive line too. So, congratulations to Foxy there. I do believe we have interviews lined up. Production, are we? Okay, so yes, we do have interviews lined up. So stay with us, folks. We will be back with some interviews to talk to these players here in just a little bit. But this will be, well, actually, no, I'm going to hold that off for just a second. I'll hold that off. Nonetheless, we'll be back with interviews here shortly. Welcome back, and we do have the winning team, the Scottsdale Slither, here with us, joined in the arena. Congratulations on your guys' win tonight. It was an amazing performance to watch you guys play. So big congratulations to you guys. Something I do want to ask you guys, because we did notice, and Cool Whip, I do have two actually. I just thought of it. We did notice it was a little bit of a slow start for you guys there at the beginning on. What necessarily was going on? Typically, you know, I've seen you guys play before. I've casted you guys before. Typically, you guys start off pretty strong and keep up that momentum. We didn't really see that till about halfway through the game.
Well, me personally, I woke up 4 minutes before the match. So, yeah. I mean, I think we all kind of just had a slow start. We didn't get a warm-up in today. I think we only had a couple people around, and most of us had multiple games tonight. So we didn't want to get too exhausted before the actual match.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a smart idea, and you know, I can attest to waking up 5 minutes before a game, 4 minutes before a game. So, it does happen. So, another question I do have is, what are some of your guys' teams' like biggest strengths, and what do you guys really do to kind of utilize those in game?
I feel like our biggest strengths are kind of unknown and foxy as strikers. I mean, we kind of just use them most. They're always open in bubble. We just kind of give it to them and they do their magic, and that's most of our play. A lot of it's just getting it around for them to do their thing.
Fair enough. Well, again, congratulations, guys, tonight on your win. That's all questions I got, but I am going to pass it over to Whip. I know she had some questions, so I'll let her take it away.
Yeah, so you know, this series is based upon point differential. Tonight, y'all did break the cusp of a positive 100. You know, you're over 100, you know, point differential right now, and you are 4-0 here, starting it off strong. You know, fourth game for you guys. How's it feel right now?
I'll feel better once it's over and we have 0 losses. I get that, yeah.
Yeah.
Until then, and I don't really feel anything for it. I mean,
I think that's a solid answer, Whip. I don't know.
All right. I mean,
yeah. Nonetheless, Foxy, you were our player of the game, just an FYI. So big congratulations to you. Good job out there tonight, and amazing performance there from you.
Thank you.
Whip, do you have any closing comments?
Nope, just congratulations to the Scottsdale Slither tonight, 4-0. Great valiant effort from the New Haven Ninjas. Don't go anywhere, guys. We do have more AAA action coming up right after this. We are going to take a quick intermission, and then we'll be right back with more action, so stay tuned.
Access the largest motorsports inventory in America. We're authorized dealers for Can-Am, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, and more. Get the best deals these brands have to offer. Browse through our inventory to find exactly what you're looking for. Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
have to worry about predators like our ancestors did. No saber-toothed tigers stalking from the brush. No dire wolves circling the camp. There are no more monsters to fear. And so, we have to build our own.
If you call one of us, just remember, you've invited the whole pack.
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever gonna know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. He is looking to destroy high prices. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Kawasaki. One man strapped to a 2021 Terex KRX 1000. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois. Tired of the side effect of side-by-side hair? Not when you have a Kawasaki. Your love of your Kawasaki Terex 1000 will save you from side-by-side hair. Enjoy your Kawasaki on all types of terrain and magically eliminate the chance of messy, unwanted side-by-side hair. Go green this summer with Kawasaki. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Yeah! Side-by-side hair, just don't care.
Hold on a minute. Did we hear that right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? You mean the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car? Any thoughts out there? Hello?
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois. Access the largest motorsports inventory in America. We're authorized dealers for Can-Am, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, and more. Get the best deals these brands have to offer. Browse through our inventory to find exactly what you're looking for. Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
We don't have to worry about predators like our ancestors did. No saber-toothed tigers stalking from the brush. No dire wolves circling the camp. There are no more monsters to fear. And so, we have to build our own.
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever going to know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. He is looking to destroy high prices. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Kawasaki. One man strapped to a 2021 Terex KRX 1000. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Hey y'all, and welcome everybody back to NEPA TV. I am Cool Whip, and making their debut today is, yes, Mark Ramsey. Welcome to the NEPA TV fam, and we are super happy to have you make your debut tonight with some AAA action. How are you doing, man?
Awesome. It's great to be here. Great to join the team. Such a good team. I know most of you, and just been playing Echo with you all a long time, and it's nice to join the crew.
Well, we're super glad to have you. And for some AAA action tonight, we are going to have the Toronto Sorcerers versus the JCJ, the Junction City Juggernauts. And it looks like we do have full rosters here from both teams, so that's always exciting. You'd love to see it. For the Toronto Sorcerers here tonight, we do have Lucy Goosey, Juvio, Pipwee, and Tony. I love old Tony. Tony's a good guy.
Yeah.
And then for the JCJ, we've got another homie of the NEPA team fam, Phenom, Yuji, Empty, and Supram. So super exciting to have full rosters in here tonight. Looking at their stats here, this is some of theirs for the Sorcerers tonight. This is their third game. They are battling an 0-2 loss right now with a negative point differential of -31. So they're looking for their first win tonight. And the JCJ, they have a 2-1 win-loss record here with a -5 point differential. So they're looking to, both teams here trying to make their deficit into the positive tonight. But also looking, at the rosters, I think it's going to be a really great game here with having, both full rosters from both teams.
Oh yeah, and some really fun players to watch. UG's obviously, somebody you could watch play Echo all day. I'm somebody that plays really smart Echo that you learn from every time you play with. So, both these teams bring in a lot of goodness to the table. It's still so early, I mean, in these kind of games, you can't get down early, or those deficits can get run up really quickly, as we see in a lot of these games. So they just gotta be confident and play smart, and try to, like you said, try to get some momentum headed forward into the victory column.
Definitely, and that plays a lot into their mental coming into this game, and because comms are a heavy mechanic that you lean on, but also mental plays a big role in how well you do in this game. How you're doing mentally, how you're uplifting your team. It all comes down to how you're vibing. What is everybody listening to music? Everybody jamming? Somebody have a soundboard on? Or do you really gotta feed into that good energy coming into games like this?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see who can capitalize on that. And you make predictions. Is that your style, or do you gameplay out?
Me and Gunslinger didn't for the first game, but apparently him and Nails did last week. Listen, I'm not opposed, because these teams are not in my conference right now, but it might be in the end. They might be in the end of the season. So I think it might be best if I stay unbiased.
Yeah, I don't like to curse either team. We'll just watch them play and see how it goes down.
So this is going to be the first offensive joust. Who's going to have first touch, first possession coming out here? It is going to be first touch here by the Sorcerers, but first possession is going to be by the JCJ, getting that cleared through mid. It is going to go for a quick reset to Empty. Empty going for the cross pass under to Supreme. Supreme slam dunking that in for the first 2 points here with a quick 13-second conversion.
Yeah, a way to jump out on the board there, get it done quickly here. And we shall see how they respond here on the other side and what they decide to roll out with.
Yes, indeed. Their first initial offensive joust here. Tony sending it quick right over to Pip. Pip getting stunned out there, and Supreme getting the grab, going for the shot, but it is going to be a little high here. It is going to be recovered by Empty. Empty going for the shot for 3 points here, putting the JCJ up by 5. This only been a minute into this game, Mark.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what happened. He got that in so quickly. He was all over that, and they're opening this up quick, and that's when the rollouts get a little tenuous. You gotta get a nice play here that you can maintain possession with. We'll see how they decide to go.
It looks like now they're running a double stack too, and just capitalizing on pushing that first pass. And they are ultimately able to get that clear, but Tony on the back line sends it over. It goes for the shot, but it's just a little wide. There still is no goalie, but now there is. Going for the Joker train off of that enemy there, but not getting the capitalization and trying to get that conversion there. It is going to be Empty with the disc. No pressure here. Does have stack pressure on. Goes for that long pass. He has the one-on-one option here. Going to go for the two-pointer here. Quick shot there by Phenom, putting them up by 7.
Yeah, way to get in there on the goalie and get the one-on-one and then get the shot off quick. You don't have a lot of time, especially in the bubble. That's where all those stacks from the defense can be focused in on. So nice conversion there. They have a nice little lead opened up here, and rather quickly.
Quick indeed. They are going to try to get this cleared through mid, and it is going to be through, but Pip does get a hand on it, tries to connect there over to Tony, I believe, but just getting a little errant there with that pass. It is going to be cleared all the way through. What a flat bounce there, but it is going to be Empty. Getting that recovery and putting that in for another 2 points here. The JCJ just has the momentum here, up 9 points quickly with just a minute and a half or 2.5 minutes off the clock here.
Yeah, that must be where they get their name. They are coming in here like juggernauts tonight. They have less than 3 minutes elapsed here, and you can tell just that they have orange on their heels a little bit as they are sending it up into the top trench with no real pass in mind. They do send it down, and they're going to try to chase that. Phenom has it, so as a pretty even bubble, he decides to reset it back, and it's going to be brought up to Cloud, and they have their offense spread out. Looks like we have one on either side and then one interfering with the goalie. They do it a little too early. The goalie comes out of stun, is able to save that and send it all the way back deep. The defensive stack, though, does get there for the Juggernauts.
It's a great stack there by, I think that was Faye and Empty getting back there. But we do have the stack pressure here of Tony and Pip. They are going to get that. Oh, they're not going to get that recovery. Oh, that was also almost a really nice shot there by Supreme. Trying to get a hand on it was Pip, but that stack there of Empty and Faye just putting too much pressure. It isn't been cleared all the way through. Pip does have an open shot here. Goes for the shot and does get it for 3 points here for the Sorcerers, putting their first 3 points on the board here, trying to stop that momentum, making this just a 6-point game, Mark.
Yeah, they missed their first open 3. They did not get denied that time. A nice sharp shot there to take advantage of that, and those leads are going to melt away if you don't protect that goal. They are going to roll out here. They send 2 to the left, and they're going to send it over to cross ceiling, but nice quick reset back to Phenom, who's going to walk it up to Bowtie, and continues to walk it up as long as they give him space, and then sends it above the goal to UG, who's inverted and slams it home. And they now get their lead extended here to 8. We still have 3.5 left in this first quarter. I'm gonna have to get used to Vermal format, so the quarters are, I'm probably gonna say round more than quarter here for the first cast or so.
It's all good. They are rounds. There is just 4 of them. So what I'm seeing here is that I apologize. I'm in a new place and Ernest obviously does not like what's going on outside. But it is going to be another completion here by the JCJ, putting another 2 points on the board, making this a 10-point game. But like I noticed on the possession before this one, the Sorcerers are playing a very passive defense here. It looks like they're just playing zone. They're not pushing that person who is on the back line, that reset, and they're allowing them to walk forward, and they're just taking the shot on the goalie once they're stunned. Almost a great shot there by the JCJ. It's going to be recovered here by Faye. Oh, what a good stun and steal there, but not getting it out. Empty getting the recovery. Oh, it is going to be a juke fest here, but it is going to be recovered here by the JCJ, getting a hand on it. Phenom does get the hand, gets the pass, gets the cross, gets the juke, but the save by Tony. He says, not in my house. He is going to get that cleared all the way through mid.
Yeah, we have a loose disc here. It's going to be picked up. Oh, Tony, and he puts it in. Nice 3 as they dig back in, and threes, you know, you can cut these leads down with those long shots, and another transition goal by Toronto. We'll see how Juggernauts do with their third offensive joust. They send it again to the left side in relay fashion. They get it, and same play back up to cross shield, which they go cross boot and put a nice shot on goal, but a great save by Tony, who sends it out.
Tony's doing insane right now in goal. They're trying to utilize these cut passes, but ultimately prevailing there is the JCJ. Looking here right now at Tony saves. He does have 3 registered here. The man is just incredible in goal, reading those close, trying to get those close, like 2-3 meter possession conversions, and he's just shutting them down. They are going to have the disc here. Toronto running a hot right, looks like hot right relay. He's going to go for the cross pass there. They have a 2v2, going back for another cross, has the one-on-one. The goalie jumps out and giving them another opportunity here. Toronto putting another 2 points, lessening this deficit here to back to 8-15.
Yeah, they started off 7-0, and then since then it's been even Steven for these two teams. So they definitely got their legs up under them, and you know, the first round especially can be the most difficult to get that rhythm and chemistry. Does look like both these teams are feeling it. The stacks are quick. We do have the Juggernauts with an open goal that they do not miss, and a 16 meter per second and 16 meter shot. So nice laser there from Sup, and we have a 10-point lead.
Great job by the JCJ capitalizing on those open goal opportunities. Supreme does not miss those open shots. Great job sinking that in. Will make that deficit a 10-point, or make that lead a 10-point lead here before going into the second round here of this NEPA format. We are going to go to a quick word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back to some more AAA action.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Hey yo, welcome back everybody. We are about to go into round 2 here of the second match of the night of 3. We have the Toronto Sorcerers versus the JCJ. And the JCJ is up 10 points right now, trying to keep that momentum going into this second round. It is going to be first touch, first possession here. Neutral joust. It is going to be a headbutt here from the Sorcerers, but first possession from the JCJ. Great stop there by the Sorcerers. They are going to get sent forward. They do have the chain. They do have the open goal opportunity. Oh, but the steal by Empty. Great mitts there, getting that sent all the way through right tunnel, looking for chains here. Who's going to be there? It is going to be Phenom. Is he going to back it out for the 3? He is. Don't miss. He puts that in for another 3 points for the JCJ.
Oh, the bravery, and the water it takes through the.
He actually calls that blue. You know when you holler that somebody's red and they're green? When you're blue, it means you have enough time to back it out for the 3. So I'm pretty sure they were probably hollering blue there to Phenom. But it is going to be a quick rollout here from the Sorcerers. But, oh, look at the quick stacks there of the JCJ. They do go for the boot shot, but it is going to be slapped away there. But not cleared out. And it is going to be recovered here by the JCJ. Empty goes for the cut. Oh, he tried to do the underhand, but gets a little sloppy there. But the pickup by Empty puts it in, cleans it up for another 2 points.
Yeah, they've been really relentless. I mean, I don't remember too many instances where Toronto's got it cleared out once they have the bubble set up. They're not missing their shots. They're not letting go of their bubble once they get in there. So it's going to be tough to come back against the Juggernauts while they play an offensive like this, unless they're going to get some sort of difference type of defense going in the bubble. Pressing again here, they picked it off, and Empty is going to put it past the goalie, and with a little bit of help from his teammates, and they open this up to 17. So both starts, this first 2-3 minutes for the Juggernauts, they've come out, I mean, scoring at a pace that is very quick. And
yeah,
very
they're just piling it on right now. You know, using that momentum. Toronto's struggling getting it through mid here, and because the JCJ is running this tight 2-2 defense, and then like that was a great job there from the stack pressure of Toronto. But ultimately, the JCJ is just capitalizing here as the goalie jumps out trying to get that disc and giving another open goal opportunity here to the JCJ. You know, just increasing that point differential here up almost 20 points, up 19 right now with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, and they're having just trouble, you know, getting it rolled out and maintaining possession. And these really fast teams that are on all cylinders are going to just not let you have any type of room for that. They finally do get a nice, pass, series of passes here, and the nice cut for Juvio, who puts it in. And they're going to get themselves the first 2 points of this quarter.
That was a great job there by Toronto, looking for that one more extra pass there, going for that quick cut to Juvio. That was a smart find there by Pip, because she did have a lead on her toes and was able to get that off and get that put in for another 2 points. 17-point game, going for a quick relay here, goes for the cross pass. Over to Yuji back over to Supram going for the cross to Empty, but the stop by Tony, once again, the wall. It is going to be Juvio getting that sent all the way through right tunnel.
Yeah, it's going to be chased down, though, by the Juggernauts. They send it through the same tunnel to Yuji. Yuji sends it up in the top. Trent's going to...
What a shot.
I didn't... Yeah, you saw that before I did. Wonderful shot by Yuji. And they now have 20-point lead. They've tripled the point total of their opponents, and they are feeling very, very good coming out here midway through the second quarter.
Indeed, that was a great ceiling shot there by Yuji. Very calculated here. 20-point lead to the JCJ. Like I said, Toronto's just struggling getting it through mid here. They did get that front chain broken up. Tony broke them in the backfield, and they have a little bit of time here to walk this forward. They do have a little bit of numbers, but dang, that stack pressure there from Phenom, and it looks like Supram able to get that. They're going for the open submarine shot. What a shot here by Supram. He does not miss those over 3-point opportunities. Getting this point differential up to positive 23 here for the JCJ, Mark.
Yeah. I mean, what an offensive backstack there, where they sat on it, they let them pass through all the way to mid, they waited for their pass, they jumped in on it, dribbled it all the way up, and got their own 3-point shot out of it. Great stack work there by the Juggernauts as they continue to improve on this lead. Phenom putting an easy one there in as they get it back in their end, and definitely taking a lot of the energy out of Toronto. They're going to have to find a way to manufacture that, or it's going to be a really, really long night for them.
Yeah, 100%. You get 2 timeouts. they should definitely think about taking a timeout. I would have taken it a few, probably when they got up by like, my rule is 12. I would like to take timeouts at about 12. When you get to, oh, that was very ambitious there. Trying to get that up by 12, but also take the timeout. Because right now, like I was talking about before this started, this is a mental game. And right now, I can only imagine how the Toronto's mental is going right now, being down by 25 points here in this, only the second round. You know, about to have a 5-minute halftime coming up. They're definitely going to have to figure out their strategy here and figure out what they're going to change. What a shot. Another return bloop shot here from Lucy Goosey. Insane. Just lessening that deficit here. It was a great find from the Sorcerers.
Yeah, they make it look easy with some of these long shots. They've definitely been in the in a practice arena, bouncing those many times to get those calibrated in, and they come in so well when you don't have a path through the middle of the field and you can send it, you know, to where people aren't and get that bounce in.
Oh, that was almost a really great fast play there. Oh, what a save there by Pip. Good read there. Trying to get that sent out. They do have stack pressure. Does get that sent through left tunnel. Looking for stacks here. It is going to be recovered here, but ultimately saved by Phenom getting that quick. Trying to get that click clear, but it is going to be Juvio on the back line getting that recovery. Goes for the cross pass over to Lucy. Lucy trying to slow it down. Beats their man out. Does have the drive. Goes for the shot, but oh, gets stunned out. But Juvio on the recovery and gets that put in for 2 points. Lessening this deficit back down to 20.
Yeah, the shot off the wedge up in the top right-hand corner. Good shot there by Juvio. And they're seeing if they can close this first half out with a little bit of momentum, dig into this lead. I mean, we've seen lots of, well, not lots, but, definitely seen comebacks of, double digits, 17, 18 points. So you can't think about trying to come back from 20 here. You just got to dig into the lead going into half and then just continue to dig. It's just really hard when the team's just really firing like this team is. Phenom's going to cross it over into bubble, but they do play good defense to stun out the disc handler, but they still maintain it. They get it to Empty. Empty has really been putting in those from the bubble inside the shield, just finds a way to get a hold of the disc and put in those short distance shots. Great game for them so far.
Yeah, great job here right now. Empty with 13 points, Supreme with 10, Yuji with 7, Phenom with 7. Everybody's contributing right now. The only bingo we're missing here is a save from Yuji and a steal from Phenom. What a shot. What a shot from 26 meters out. A complete zinger. Empty just adding to his tally here. Round two's over, 15-40 here. Before we go to this quick intermission, quick halftime here, we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
We don't have to worry about predators like our ancestors did. No saber-toothed tigers stalking from the brush. No dire wolves circling the camp. There are no more monsters to fear. And so, we have to build our own.
Hold on a minute. Did we hear that right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car? Anybody? Any thoughts out there? Hello?
Hello and welcome back, everybody. We are at the halftime here of this AAA matchup of the Toronto Sorcerers versus the Junction City Juggernauts here, and the JCJ is just coming out hot with the momentum. They have right now, you know, this huge lead, and I can only imagine what the Sorcerers are, you know, their mental is right now. They're definitely having to probably reevaluate their strategy about how they're going to come into the second half. Looking at the stat board right now, you know, Empty just popping off. But not only in the points department, he's also got 5 assists and 1 save and 1 steal to his name. Doing a great job here for the JCJ. But all around, everybody's getting passes, getting assists, and getting points on the board. Suprum with 10, Yuji with 7, Phenom with 7. Suprum also with 4 assists, Yuji with 3, Phenom with 1. And right now, it just looks like the Sorcerers are really struggling with their stack pressure and trying to get the disc through mid. But everybody does have points from the Sorcerers as well as assists. Tony absolutely popping off in goal with 5 registered saves. He probably has more than that. But let me just tell you, definitely killing it on that defensive line for the Sorcerers is Tony. They're just struggling trying to get the disc through mid, and their stacks are just struggling to counter the JCJ's double stack pressure.
Yeah, I mean the back stack, especially Phenom and Supram, have we've seen they've given him no safe harbor on the offensive side at all. They've not had a chance to even handle the disc. They've been very opportunistic. They jump in there and then boom, they're upfield and they're either taking a 16-meter shot and putting a dagger in, or they're waiting for their front stack to come up and help. And I don't know that that's their back stack, but that's just kind of how that's been falling into their lap, with them kind of sitting back on star and waiting for things to happen, or on shield. And they've just been doing a good job, and really no dings to speak of. I think there was one ding that they've had in the whole first half, so they're taking advantage of any open opportunities and really making it work for them. And they've opened up an enormous lead here so far for the first half.
Yeah, 33 shots taken by the JCJ. Just they're really capitalizing on those open 3-point opportunities. Supram, Empty, just, having that sniper shot and definitely, converting on those open goal opportunities. And to the, looking at their possession times also, they've held the disc, and their stacks look fast, but they're also holding the disc though, looking for that open passing lane and not making errant passes. They're completing those passes and getting them to the right place, right time, in order to get those good cuts and ultimately converting. Going into this third round, I hope to see a swap up here from Toronto, but it is going to be a neutral joust here, Mark.
Yeah, let's see how it turns out. We have the Juggernauts that are going to possess it first. They're going to send it around. Everyone's back for Toronto, but that does not stop Yuji from putting it in a nice shot in the bottom half of the goal from underneath. And just like we were saying, that no opportunity left, not cashed in on, and they continue to keep on the accelerator here in the second half to start it off.
Yes, indeed. It is going to be. They swapped out QBs. Lucy is QBing now. It was Tony, I believe, trying to get that sent, but that stack is going to be on them and does have open opportunity, and it's going to be Juvio putting a sniper laser beam there. Great shot there. Lessening this deficit, putting another 3 points on the board for the Sorcerers.
Yeah, he doesn't miss. Great shot. Juvio is one of the people I played a lot of pubs with starting off. I think we started off around the same time, and just the way that they've developed, and their shot is just always tuned right in. They have a nice rollout here on the Juggernaut side. They have good spacing.
Great read.
great steal here by Juvio is going to send it all the way down. Can they get their offensive stack down there in time? It looks like maybe some play upfield as it took a little bit of time for them to get out there, and one blue and one orange came down. So that was kind of how those stacks moved up.
What a shot. Another laser beam from empty from half court. What a mail slot. Insane here. Creeping up on this 30-point mark. And like I noted before this game, the JCJ is in the negative deficit, but not after tonight. They're definitely going to be in the positive for their point differential. And rolling out here is going to be a quick right tunnel pass to Pip. Pip getting pressured here by Yuji, doing some juking. Does try to go for that cross pat, but Suprum is going to have the arms and gets the yoink, gets the grab, and it is going to be recovered here by Juvio, but not cleared out. Yuji right there chilling out on Bo. Does get the pass over, gets the extra pass to Faye. Faye, the extra pass going for the Kangas passes here. And Faye now connecting with Empty, adding to the team assists and also to the points for Empty. Insane here. JCJ creeping up on that 30-point mark.
Yeah, and with the Juggernauts, I mean, most of their deficit comes in their one loss against, I mean, all of it comes in their one loss against Scottsdale, but that was huge. They lost by 37 in that game. So they had a long row to hoe, as they say, on that. And but this game is going to put them right back in the plus column as they currently are leading by 29, and they show no intention of really slowing that down at all. They come back into the tunnel here, and they're going to get a running start on that stack, but it falls apart a little bit. But they do send it across tunnel to Empty, who's got a pass on the other side. They will catch up with a hero be Faye Nam, who goes inverted, sends it to Nest. Nice shot from Nest.
What a three-pointer.
And that is a 3. Good call. And they have hit the mid-century mark here with still 5 minutes or just less than 5 minutes left in the third quarter. So they are on pace for a big night here in Chicago, the Windy City.
It do be like that sometimes. You gotta love it. Man, that was a great anchor shot there off of Nest, putting that in for the 3. Lucy getting stunned out in the pocket pick. Phenom goes for the shot, and he don't miss those. 25 meters out. Man, they are just adding to the points now. You know that is their main goal. They just want to get as much piled on as they can here. In the beginning of this AAA series, this is only week 3 or week 4 for a lot of people. So it all depends on where your buys landed in the series. But it is going to be recovered here by Empty. Empty getting that sent all the way through. They do still have that stack, but now their stack is broken. Going for that cross pass. It does have a 2v1. Goes to the cross. Goes to the cut. And Yuji putting it in for a quick 18 meter per second 2-pointer shot here. 55-18.
Still lots of time even in this third quarter. And what we've seen in these rollouts is that they do like to start going left. And then they try to move it forward. They do have good spacing, and they do get a nice play there, but they can't bury home the open 3. They still have an open goal, and that's the tale of 2 teams right there. One with open goals they cannot miss, and then one where you just struggle to find the back of the net sometimes. They still have an offensive possession. They had a good bubble there. It was 2-on-2, but couldn't retrieve the pass. It kicks off Shield. And they're going to move it in the other direction. Yuji has it on table. He's going to slow it down as the backstack's already retreated for Toronto. And then send it over to midfield, where it's going to be a nice floating charge here by the Juggernauts. And Phenom puts it in the pocket just out of reach of the goalie and gets another 2 points in, another good possession. That one took 41 seconds off the clock. And in this game, that's been a long round.
Indeed, creeping up on this 40 plus point differential. It is going to be the Sorcerers slowing it down, trying to evade this heavy and aggressive 2-2 stack that we've got going on here. It is going to be sent over to Juvio. Juvio going across to Tony. But man, that stack pressure by the JCJ is just incredible. They are going to get that sent all the way through. Looking for stacks here. It is the JCJ coming in hot. Has a 3-point opportunity. Goes for the shot and is going to get it. Is UG. Man, making this a 42-point game.
Yeah, the double mercy. So, I mean, I've definitely been there.
Yeah.
So happens to the best of us, and they'll just try here to keep, you got to find something to build on, especially when you're 0-2, getting ready to walk out of here 0-3. You definitely want to find something that you can build on. Maybe it's a time in the middle of this game against this really good team to, break open the glass in case of emergency and try something new, and hopefully do something a little different here. But they're going to chase this down there, but they are being hunted down by the Juggernauts. They try to go for it. That one hits off the nest, and that would have been an epic shot. Pip has it. They move around a bit, but they do have it stolen from them. It was a 1-on-2, and a beautiful slap in. And another great offensive possession. They get in that bubble quick and convert.
Yeah, right now Toronto is just getting so heavy pressure by the defense of the JCJ. They're not having any time to react. Right there, Pip did get a good ender off, but just didn't have a lane or didn't know where to get the disc cleared out there. They are gonna get that sent over to Juvio, but like we said, that stat pressure of the JCJ is just so fast and so incredibly aggressive. They're gonna go for this 2-on-2, putting another 2 points on the board here. Just, pushing forward with that momentum, pushing forward with that lead.
Yes, and the clock is mercilessly counting down the last 30 seconds here for Toronto. They'll be rolling this one out, and let's see how they take it. They go through the tunnel again, this time on the left side. It gets away from their first pass option, rolls behind backwards. It's going to be picked up by the Juggernauts and sent through the top trench. It's going to kick around. It's going to find an offensive possession. They send it toward goal, but the goal was occupied and it was off target. So it kind of rolls around, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. 64-18 in favor of the Junction City Juggernauts. And did I say that right? Junction City? I see why you told me to use.
Yeah, the JCJ. That's exactly why. So with that being said, we're going to go to a quick word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back for some more action.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Hey, yo, welcome back. This is the last round here, 4 of 4, 8 minutes left here. The JCJ is just prevailing here mercilessly right here and over the Toronto Sorcerers here. 8 more minutes, a lot more time to put more points on the board, but also, getting the great headbutt there from the JCJ. Coming in hot is Empty. Empty does juke out their man and does go for the shot there, converting for another 2 points. 18-66, Mark.
Well, if I ever see this team in a lobby, I am going to run. As they are very good. They are, I would assume, in their best form tonight. They just are not missing. They're not missing any opportunities. They're very quick on all their stacks. They do have some pressure here, but they get the disc up this time. Toronto does. They have a 1-on-1 with a goalie situation, but they have it stolen from them. They're going to be quickly moving it back into the offensive zone. Toronto retreats back, so they'll slow it down. UG has it, sends it across to the floor where Superman's going to send it below goal. It's going to be taken in. That one for 2. Nice little short shot from underneath that apparently went off a head. I'm not sure who.
Yeah, I think Phenom was trying to duck it, but Yuji was coming in so fast that when Yuji just headbutted it into the pocket. But nonetheless, another 2 points here for the JCJ. Sorcerers rolling out. Now Juvio's taking a crack at QB. Is going to go for a left pass here over to Tony. Tony trying to get that sent through, but just gets stuck there in trap. This stack pressure here is really something else here from the JCJ. Empty getting a hand here. There is an open goal, but he goes for that bounce shot. But Juvio does get a hand on it, but Yuji and Phenom, their stack is just too great. Trying to go for that cloud shot, but just not connecting. It is going to be a stack race. It is going to be Empty. Empty does have the shot here. Goes to the backboard, but just a little wide off the back. And it's going to be a free disc. Looking for stacks. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Supreme sending that cross over to Phenom. Phenom slowing it down. Doesn't have any pressure. Has the cross pass here. Has the one-on-one opportunity. Empty going to do some juking and put some stees on that disc for another 2 points here. 18-70.
So
52 points.
Expert here. What is a high scoring game? What's the range of that? And then what's a really high scoring game?
I feel like this is probably the epitome of a high scoring game. We still have 5 minutes left. There's no one saying that this one could not get another 20 points. But it is going to be Pipwee putting on another 2 points here for the Sorcerers, 20-70, making this just a 50 point differential here. But I would say this is definitely a high scoring game. We're about to, we're now at 90 combined points. We've definitely seen combined point differentials over 100. So, but this is definitely a wow. What a backboard shot by Supreme. Another 3 points here for the
Reverb.
JCJ.
I know they had 75 against Vancouver last week. They beat them by 65 and a 75-10 blowout there. This one not quite as one-sided, but they do look like they're gonna outperform that 75, and they might push above 80, I would think here. Would that be a double juicifer, I guess, if there's the 40 is juice roll?
Yeah, I think that would be applicable. It is going to be a quick grab here by Fade. I'm going for the shot. What an insane Mel shot. Mel slot shot from half court. Insane effort there by Fade. I'm just literally no looking and turning and shooting that. 37 meters out, 17 meters per second. What a laser beam. Right here, the Sorcerers, they're just trying to get at their mid at this point. Juvio taking a crack again at defense, or at QB rather. It is going to be recovered here and shot by Yuji. Doesn't miss. 24 meters. They're just adding to the point differential here. They really want, they're really trying to get their point spread. They're now well into the positive. But the way that this works is definitely based. Point differential is one of the things that really matters into getting into the postseason. So it's also versus win-loss record, but sometimes it comes down to point differential, and that is very important here.
Yeah, they have another steal in midfield. They're going to send it back up and off double diamond. They're going to have possession here and send it forward, and almost gets the bounce off from the bottom. But Yuji there to pick up Empty's rebound and finish it off from the shield. A nice easy shot from the shield. Took their time, put it right in. And they have broken that 80-point mark. They have 82 with 3 minutes left. And the way these rounds are, they're averaging probably 20 to 25 seconds a round throughout this game as far as their pace of scoring, which is just really incredible.
Incredible indeed. Trying to go for a 3-point opportunity there, but the backstack is just too quick. It is going to be connected there to Empty. Empty getting that sent over the table to Yuji. Yuji does not have a shot lane here. It's going to go for the cross to Empty. Empty does have a 3-on-1 and gets stuffed there, but ultimately yoinks it back and puts it in for another 2 points. Unstoppable, bro. This guy has got 29 points right now and 7 assists. He is incredibly just popping off right now.
Yeah, way to stay with it. Great vision throughout. That was one that gets out of most of our periphery, but they stayed with it, slammed it home, and they continue just really applying the pressure here. They do have a stack through midfield that ends up getting caught up, but they still get the pass through, and now they have a good bubble. They have 3-on-1. It's just that easy tonight. Probably a lot of, little mental fatigue on the side of Toronto as well. That's just, something that will ultimately help them grow. I would have liked to almost see them try maybe adjustments. They're sending it to the tunnel way too much. And here we go to traps a little bit, or maybe just an errant throw. But the tunnel, they've just been getting really not able to make it through the tunnel into offensive zone. So they just really should have found another pathway through. They're chasing it, trying to keep it alive, but not really possessing the disc. It's ultimately going to go to the Juggernauts. They're going to have empty with another open shot. Oh, actually, this is a nice grab off the shield by Tony, who was guarding the goal, and Tony sends it up, but right into the
What a save.
Another great grab. That was definitely on target as they were continuing to try to put this one from shoulder. Nice cut pass to Suprum. Am I saying that right? I've been butchering that name.
I say Suprum, yeah.
Yeah. Very good. And Yuji with the good vision there. Yuji, likely wanted to take that in, but saw the nice open pass and decided to dish it out. So great job there. And we got 30 seconds left. Are they going to break 90 here? They almost got to the nest. I think they are trying to get to 90 at this point, and they got 20 seconds to do so, and they definitely have the momentum to do so. This one's going to kick around near side to Suprum, who gets it over the nest. They have an open shot. And 90 as the clock runs out are here. They will have a 90-20 victory, a 70-point spread, and a very, very strong effort here by the Juggernauts tonight.
Incredible, valiant effort here from the JCJ, starting this game with a negative 5-point differential and ending this night with a plus 65. That definitely puts them up, up top in the running here in the end. And what an incredible, incredible feat here for the Sorcerers. Tony, bro, you're a wall. Just an incredible shout out to Tony. Incredible defense and goal. He had 8 saves and completely just popping off for the Sorcerers tonight. Sorcerers just struggling against this quick double stack pressure and could not capitalize. Looking at the stats for the JCJ, there's a bingo. Everybody contributed here. Everybody has points. Everybody has saves. Everybody has, there's bingo. Everybody hit. Nobody has a 0, which is awesome. But, for my stuntman MVP of the game, it's got to go to Empty. Got to go to Empty for me. He was completely unrelenting on offense, but also feeding for assists, 8 assists, and popping off and just being at the right place, right time, and capitalizing when he had the disc.
Yeah, Yuji also amazing play throughout, just with pinpoint accuracy all evening. And that's hard to keep. It's hard to keep that those accurate throws throughout the game and not cool off at all. And it ends up resulting in good numbers, a good stat line.
Yeah, I agree. We are going to have some player interviews, so we're going to take a quick break, and then we will interview the JCJ. So stick around. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back, everybody. We do have the winners of this past matchup here, the JCJ, with an incredible performance tonight. What an incredible point differential, point spread y'all had tonight. How was the mental is what I want to know coming into this match.
Weirdly, there was like no mentals. Like we were just like we weren't even like hyped or like we were. If anything, we were more quiet than usual. It was just super chill for some reason.
Okay, so but once you started popping off, were y'all getting a little flippant? Were you like
not really.
joking
We were
around? Y'all were just still
super
calm
chill.
and
We
like
were kind
normal?
of quiet. Yeah, we were just super weirdly. We just hit that flow state or something. I don't know.
Okay, well, you could definitely tell that you definitely hit some kind of flow state because the momentum was just insane.
Yeah, we finally got enough experience points to unlock the 2-2 meta. So
Oh, dang.
We switched up. Big thing, we switched up our stack pairings. So me and Yuji were actually front this time, and that allowed us to kind of seamlessly start running those 2-2s. And that the backstack also found kind of good chemistry. Was able to just capitalize on a lot of that aggression. So that, with our normal amount of aggression, kept us on the scoreboard. But that 2-2 on the rollouts really locked it down to put some big numbers up.
Yeah, y'all, each and every one of you definitely contributed tonight. There was definitely no zeros on the board from you guys. But congratulations to Empty for getting the Stuntman Award MVP for this game. Man, you completely popped off, and I actually want to know the stats from this game because I want to know what your point make percentage was, because I believe you only missed 2 shots that you shot for. So
Out of
I would
31 points, yeah.
Exactly. So I kind of want to know how you're feeling about your performance after that.
I feel pretty good about it. I will say, keep the assists, because these guys were kind of going crazy too. Suprun with 2, Yuji with 22, kind of matching over here, and then Faye with 15.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of went crazy.
Everybody popped off.
Yeah. So yeah, big thing for the assists. These guys were all just passing around in bubble, going crazy, nailing those threes. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Good team fight, good team play.
Well, great. That's what it all comes down to is Team Kim, and y'all have definitely built that, and definitely capitalizing on those open goal opportunities and sharing the disc and not being getting those assists in and being team players, because that's definitely what this game thrives off of. Looking for that one extra pass, one extra play. Mark, you got anything you want to ask these winners here? I think he's muted.
Let's go, Mark.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Mark?
I don't think you can hear it.
Hi, Mark.
Man.
He might not have terms to speak in this channel, to be honest.
No.
So with that being said, that's awkward, Mark. I apologize that you don't get to put your salutations in for this match, but I'll speak for him. JCJ, y'all showed up and showed out tonight. Great performance from each and every one of you guys. Everybody putting in hard work. Congrats to Empty for player of the game. Don't go anywhere, guys. We do have one more AAA game coming up after this. And congratulations again to the JCJ. Great performance. And thank you,
I'd like to thank my siblings and Yuji Ma. Thank you.
Yuji Ma.
Hey, Yuji Ma, man.
It's all for her.
All right. Big love out to Yuji Mom. We'll be back with some more AAA action after this.
Tired of the side effect of side-by-side hair? Not when you have a Kawasaki. Your love of your Kawasaki Teryx 1000 will save you from side-by-side hair. Enjoy your Kawasaki on all types of terrain and magically eliminate the chance of messy, unwanted side-by-side hair. Go green this summer with Kawasaki. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Yeah! Side-by-side hair, just don't care.
right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? You mean the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car? Anybody? Any thoughts out there? Hello?
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois. Access the largest motorsports inventory in America. We're authorized dealers for Can-Am, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, and more. Get the best deals these brands have to offer. Browse through our inventory to find exactly what you're looking for. Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
We don't have to worry about predators like our ancestors did. No saber-toothed tigers stalking from the brush. No dire wolves circling the camp. There are no more monsters to fear. And so, we have to build our own.
If you call one of us, just remember, you've invited the whole pack.
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever going to know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. He is looking to destroy high prices. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Kawasaki. One man strapped to a 2021 Terex KRX 1000. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois. Tired of the side effect of side-by-side hair? Not when you have a Kawasaki. Your love of your Kawasaki Terex 1000 will save you from side-by-side hair. Enjoy your Kawasaki on all types of terrain and magically eliminate the chance of messy, unwanted side-by-side hair. Go green this summer with Kawasaki. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Yeah! Side-by-side hair, just don't care.
Hold on a minute. Did we hear that right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? You mean the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car? Anybody? Any thoughts out there? Hello?
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois. Access the largest motorsports inventory in America. We're authorized dealers for Can-Am, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, and more. Get the best deals these brands have to offer. Browse through our inventory to find exactly what you're looking for. Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
We don't have to worry about predators like our ancestors did. No saber-toothed tigers stalking from the brush. No dire wolves circling the camp. There are no more monsters to fear. And so, we have to build our own.
If you call one of us, just remember, you've invited the whole pack.
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever going to know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. He is looking to destroy high prices. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Kawasaki. One man strapped to a 2021 Terex KRX 1000. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois. Tired of the side effect of side-by-side hair? Not when you have a Kawasaki. Your love of your Kawasaki Terex 1000 will save you from side-by-side hair. Enjoy your Kawasaki on all types of terrain and magically eliminate the chance of messy, unwanted side-by-side hair. Go green this summer with Kawasaki. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Yeah! Side-by-side hair, just don't care.
Hold on a minute.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the NEPA TV. I have taken over the booth. That's right, you're stuck with me for the rest of this evening for our final matchup. I am Psychaotic, but I did keep, yes, Mark Ramsey in with the booth with me, and of course, AJ on the cams. We've got one final AAA matchup here tonight on the channel, and it's going to be the Frisco Dragons as they take on Reverb Mulberry. So a battle over there in the AAA West. Mark, what do you know about these teams? Can you take us through these rosters? What's going on here tonight?
Well, there's only one loss between them in 6 games, so they're both winning teams coming in here playing strong. Reverb only had 1 loss, and that was to Scottsdale. Same thing we said about Juggernauts last game. Scottsdale's very tough team coming through, obviously beating some very tough teams. Other than that, they've opened up really big leads against Vancouver and New Haven. As we see here on Mulberry, we got Salty Raccoon, Tasuna, of course, and Scorpio and Rip Red. So definitely some names you would recognize if you've been around Echo a while. And on the other side, we got Frisco, which is having even better season 3-0 to start out. They're going to be bringing out True, Griffin, KJ, Temp A, and Elevate. And that'll be their squad this evening, and they have yet to lose. So should be some good action here for sure.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, knock on wood, because Caster's curse is very, very real. But both of these squads are starting this series out much stronger than they did, or than they finished the last one. And that's because both of these teams have really gotten some superstar roster changes going on. They have figured out how to mesh together. They're starting it out strong. Last season, not going to pick on them, but Reverb did not do as hot, finished less than 500. But hey, they're starting out strong here at 2-1. As you mentioned, their only loss so far is to the Scottsdale Slither, and that is, of course, a force to be reckoned with. No shame in that. Whereas Frisco Dragons starting out 3-0. Again, as you said, that is incredible stuff for them and can absolutely be attributed to some of these changes that they have gone through and this new roster that is surely here to fight tonight in this match and every match after. So it is sure to be a good game. But you know what? I think we have stalled enough. We all just want to see these teams play, right? Right. So how about we take it through the rules, right? So, and just like that, Discord crashed as I went to read the rules. There we go. I found them. Hey, guys, we're going to have 8-minute quarters, 4 of them to be exact, because that's how quarters work. We'll have a 5-minute halftime between quarters 2 and 3. Only 4 players on a team. That is different than it was last series. There's nobody else hanging out in the tunnels this time, just 4v4. Each team will have 2 2-minute timeouts per match. Overtime is the golden goal. That means if it goes to overtime, the next team to score will win. And of course, no toxic or discriminatory behavior is allowed, because these players are professionals both in and out of the arena. And with all of that in mind, oh my goodness, here we go into this final match of the evening between the Frisco Dragons and Reverb Mulberry. Mark, how about you take us away?
Yeah, let's get it done. 3, 2, 1, and let's see who wins the race to the disc. It'll be headed in direction for Orange offensively, which is going to be, who is that? Help me out with that. Frisco, right? So we got, but it's quickly taken away by Reverb. They're going to send it into their offensive side and another disc that direction, but defense will come up with that and send it to the middle. It kicks off a bow tie, but it's going to stay in dangerous with Frisco still in there. They're going to cross it on the floor, but they decide to reset after they realize it was bad bubble 1-on-3. Did not want to mess with that. They're going to bring it back a little bit, slow it down. They have a nice spacing here so far, and they're really deliberate with this possession. Let's see what they do with it. They send it to far side wall, who's going to try to get in close, send it up to the top, and Rip Red's going to come down from the ceiling, get a nice 3-meter shot in there to get the first goal of the game here about 1 minute in.
Absolutely. So Reverb Mulberry starting this one out strong with that 2-pointer. Tasuna to Rip Red to the goal. But now here come the Frisco Dragons looking to answer back, right? And with so much time left to go, let's see how they do so. This one's going to be handled by Griffin, sending this one to the far side, connecting with KJ Timpa under pressure from the offensive stack, sends the pass, but it's intercepted by that defensive stack, and they are still fighting. Salty Raccoon gets the stun, gets the shot, but not the goal. Not yet, at least, as it goes off of the ding ring and then recovered by Elevate. Elevate now sends this one on through the tunnel, bouncing down into the Reverb zone. We should see a stack race come through, but it looks like it's going to be Reverb home first. No, Elevate, oh my goodness, getting an incredible leech, stun, steal, and shot in for the 2. We are tied.
Yeah, he made his own stacks that way down. He managed to get up there by himself and snuck in there, got the disc, and had an easy shot from top of the clock as they even it up here. And we'll see the first offensive rollout by Frisco here, as they'll be taking it forward to near pack where Tasuna is going to field it. They send it back to the same tunnel where they're going to try to find more space. That's definitely been what they've been electing to do so far here in the first quarter, just trying to take it slow, trying to keep control of the disc, which they're doing very well. Salty Raccoon's going to float a little bit up into cloud and stand with his main packs there as he goes, or Geos as he goes to pack. Brings it in further. He still has room, and he kicks it to 9 o'clock where it's going to be taken by Rip Red for a 2. And a nice offensive, super controlled offensive possession so far by Frisco.
Absolutely. I mean, excellent control there from Salty Raccoon, making his way up slowly to the bubble until finally finding that pass lane in. So now Reverb finds themselves up by 2, but Frisco Dragons are looking to fix that, as this is going to be Elevate in the tunnel handling it. Doing some moves here on the cubes, just looking for something to open itself up as he progresses up the arena, firing this one low cross, connecting with KJ under the boot, now driving into the bubble. One more pass over to True. True, though, takes it too low, and it's going to be Frozen Scorpion looking to force the turnover. However, Griffin is there to get the pickup instead, sending this one cross-side to True, but True getting stunned out by Frozen once again, and this time Frozen taking no chances, just sends this one on through the tunnel, where it will bounce right into the hands of Elevate, though, for the Frisco Dragons, and now headed back the other way once again, off of the ceiling and into the bubble of Mulberry. Will be recovered by Frisco, but stolen by Griffin. Good work there, putting that one in for the 2, and we are tied at 4 once again.
Yeah, they weren't the first to get there, but they were persistent once they got there. That blue had, I didn't see it was a Tasuna, but had a chance there to, very small window to clear. Did not successfully do that. The stack was all over them and took it right up into the easy goal. We've seen that where they're bringing these opportunities in. They're getting these very short goals, working their way into very high percentage situations. Both teams doing a very good job with that. As we have another control possession here, as Rip Red will take along the floor and has a nice inside shot against the goalie there, as they get another goal, and it's 6-4. And
good stuff there. Oh my goodness, this game has been back and forth so far, as we are now into the second half of this first quarter. Only a 2-point difference, but here comes Frisco looking to fix that as Griffin sends this one over to Elevate in the tunnel. Incoming offensive stack is going to pressure Elevate into resetting back to Griffin, but he will redish over to KJ, but Rip Red all over that one, looking to rip it away, but Elevate is there to get the steal. Oh my goodness, doing some moves to keep it away from Frozen. Gets the pass up to True, but True not quite able to haul it in. Instead, it's Tasuna sending this one low, bouncing into the Frisco bubble, bouncing out before anybody gets a hand on it. KJ there first, but Frozen stealing it away. However, KJ coming out of that stun, able to grab it right on back, and will send this one through the tunnel.
Yeah, and that loose disc will carry through, and it'll now be KJ who's making some moves. Nice cut. Great finish by Elevate, and eyes this game right back up. Has been a very even game, just trading goals here throughout. We have 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in the first quarter, and we shall see how it gets rolled out here.
Yeah, this has been a battle of the reads so far. So many defensive stuns come through that have been forcing these turnovers, as both of these squads are still trying to feel each other out. But here comes Reverb Mulberry looking to make something happen. Frozen down low to Rip Red. Rip Red driving it up from the ceiling over the head and in for the 2. What a goal.
Another strong move to get in close, and from that close, they're very hard to stop from any angle. and Rip Red's been challenging the goalie from all angles so far. As now we will see what the quarterback Griffin does, sends it to far side tunnel where Elevate's going to have. He's going to carry it into the midfield and gives it back to Griffin, but blown up by Tasuna, who's got a wide open goal. Not going to miss that one as they open up the first multiple goal lead of the game, 11-6, and we'll see how that affects the momentum of this first quarter.
Yeah, that is interesting. Finally, as we approach the final 2 minutes of this first quarter, does a team find the first back-to-back goals? But still, definitely within reach. Only a 5-point difference and so much game left to go. This one's going to be Griffin sending it over to KJ, then crossing to Elevate. Elevate sending it back over now. Oh my goodness, connecting with True off of the bounce. Not sure how that worked, but hey, if it works, it works. True, though, under pressure, looks for this reset back to Griffin, which will connect off the bounce. Thought that might have been a self-clear for a moment, but hey, if it works, it works. Now into the hands of Elevate, driving in from the boot. Oh my goodness, eyeing up that top pocket with cuts in the bubble, but does not matter. Sinking that one in for the 2 and is going to get the Dragons to within just 3 points as we go into the final minute of this first quarter.
Yeah, that high pocket shot from the boot is a menace for goalies. It's just such a hard reach, and great placement there to bring it back within 3. They got 39 seconds here. We'll see if they decide to go slower. No, they have an open goal. Nice shot by Scorpio to see that. They got the stack out of position and put it right in there to open this lead up. But that will give time for the opposition here to bring it back and see if they can cut into this 6-point lead before the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Reverb showing there that they are more than capable of playing slow and then also putting the pedal to the metal when they need to. But here comes Frisco looking to answer back. No, oh my goodness, what a turnover here from Reverb, stealing this one away and sending it on through the tunnel. They are still looking for more if they can get a stack there. No, KJ all alone going to pick this one up and finish out this first quarter 14-8 in favor of Reverb Mulberry so far, and we will break it down after a quick ad break. Stick around.
If you call one of us, just remember, you've invited the whole pack.
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever going to know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
Hello and welcome back to the NEPA TV. We are continuing our coverage here between Reverb Mulberry and the Frisco Dragons. We just finished off that first quarter so far in favor of Reverb, 14-8, but you know what? That score does not really reflect how close that round was for most of that round. Incredible stuff from both of these teams, but Mark, we're getting back into this round right here, right now. Take it away.
Yeah, it'll be Frisco grabbing it and getting it to the near side station where they're going to try to press forward, but that stack is back in there quickly. And Reverb is having none of that. They have a nice carry here. Tasuna is moving all around the floor to get to a pass lane. He does throws it in the middle of coverage into the valley, but gets away with it, but not for long. Frisco has it. They're carrying up the middle of the field, which is where you're going to get punched real quick as floating up that direction, but they still maintain possession. A great job to keep with it. True gets it from just 2 meters out, snuck in on that near side back lane pass. And they have cut into the lead. We have only 4 points separating these two teams. And as you were mentioning, not much you could tell between the two teams as far as the first quarter. Pretty even. Rip Red definitely went off for 8 points. That was kind of the highlight of that first quarter. And we'll see if they can keep their pace. And they are trying to catch up with a pass here across the table, and they do manage to get that back. They also had 2 steals in that first quarter, and you see that they have the ability to get in there and rip that disc right out from those one-on-one situations. And it's back to Frisco. We'll see how they unroll this.
Yeah, a lot of off passes coming through from Frisco, but they're still able to move in such a way to make those opportunities work regardless. Now finding themselves in the bubble once again. True gonna get denied by the defense there. Elevate getting another pickup, and this time Frisco will not be denied. That's in for the 2-pointer and gets us back within just a 2-point difference. What a start here from Frisco so far.
Yeah, they're going in there, and like you said, sometimes not always pretty, but if it can still be effective, especially if you stay with the play, stay with the disc, and continue your comms. Even if you're barely getting to the disc, you could still make some good plays out of it. They have a player here that's going to be carrying on the top trench, but he sends it back to Salty Raccoon on near side station, who's going to send it back to trench. They still have a goalie and one defender on them, so they probably won't take that in. Just kind of looking for something to do with it. They're going to reset it to bow tie, where Salty Raccoon's going to get ahead of the defender, but he does kick it back out. He had a little bit of space to operate, but decided to be safe. They send it to top clock, where it's going to be put in by Tsuna. Great overall possession as they get that back to a 4-point lead here.
Absolutely. Reverb playing that one slow to ensure they get some points to re-extend their lead, because you know what? Frisco was creeping up there for just a minute, but hey, plenty of time left to go. Let's see how Frisco plans to answer back to that one with this Joust advantage. Starts with the QB play from Griffin. Quick pass over to Elevate in the tunnel. Under a little bit of pressure from the stack, sending it over to KJ, outmaneuvering that stack there and trying to get them stunned apart, but oh my goodness, Tsuna and Frozen stuck together like glue, still pressuring Elevate into passing that one over to KJ. KJ, though, on the floor, drawing out this defensive pressure from Rip Red and not able to get the reset off, but does find True, and True just kind of sends this one over cross. Going to be a loose pass, though, eventually tapped away by Tsuna. Oh my goodness, not a tap, that is a pass, connected with Rip Red. Rip Red trying to rip the shot, but it's going to go off the ding ring so close, and it will be recovered by, well, not Elevate as he loses a hand. That is unfortunate, but Frozen Scorpio is happy to take that off his hands and is just chilling here on the wall for a moment, waiting for those lanes to open up, drawing out some defensive pressure from True before sending it low to Tsuna. Tsuna fires the shot, but denied by the defense of Frisco. Excellent work there, and they will get this one cleared on through the tunnels.
Yeah, they had to do everything right to get out of the zone there, and they really did. They cut off the pass lane, got in there, secured the disc, and got it out, but it's going to look like it's going to head back, in the direction of... Actually, it's a little bit of ping pong, but it's going to end up with Frisco. They're going to have a nice offensive possession out of it, and True's going to cut in, inverted, and get that easy 2-point shot, as it's going to be an even game here, about midway through the second quarter, which is what we like to see. A lot more slower pace game than we just saw. We just saw Juggernauts put up, and I catch that, they put up 92 in the last match, so this is looking a little bit more like the Echo I'm familiar with here. As far as pace goes, and we're gonna have another controlled possession here by Reverb. Let's see what they do with it.
Yeah, we will see Frozen just kind of dance. 92 points. I'm stuck on that. Oh my goodness. I haven't seen the match yet, but now I cannot wait to. I didn't realize you could move it up and down the arena that quickly. But I'm sorry. Back into this match because I have such an attention span. Salty's going to handle this one here for Reverb, slowing it down before sending it up to Tsuna. Tsuna on the shoulder. Oh, under some pressure here, doing some moves. Oh, tries to get rid of it. True gets the hand, but not the steal. And in the end, Reverb will capitalize on this opportunity. Tsuna to Salty to the goal, in for the 2.
Yeah, it looks like they almost had got lost there with the disc, but Tsuna, great recovery, takes out the defender. And then once you got the defender stunned out, you opens up all the room for you and allowed them to, finish with making that play. As they don't seem to want Frisco to get tied up. Every time they get within 2, they double that lead back up. But this time it's picked off at midfield, and a nice bounce. Oh, it looks like it might have been on target, but it still kicks away, and a pocket shot by Tsuna off the backboard. Way to get that Rip Red rebound and put it in, as we now have a 20-14 lead.
Excellent decision by Tsuna there, going off of the backboard. With the defense incoming, if he had backed out a little or even tried to take the shot from where he was at, defense had a chance at it and the angle was harsh. But going off that backboard, excellent placement up into the top pocket. Make sure it goes in for points. And oh my goodness, Reverb Mulberry looking for more points as well, as Frozen Scorpio steals it from the QB, sends it up to Rip Red, who puts it in for the 2.
Yeah, way to be there. Missed shot, but they, sometimes when you see your teammate either on the top or bottom, you kind of cheat toward that side. So whenever you miss, you still get the 2 points, and so they were able to convert on that. They send it to the near side tunnel. It's going to be KJ sending it across as it's elevates going to carry it. He's had a good second quarter. He sends it to the top ceiling where it's going to be True kicking it back out to the near side. They're trying to get that back line forward here. They send it back to cross pack. They do have someone that's in pursuit, so they move it forward. Good man defense so far here by Reverb, but Frisco still in possession. Nice cut. Oh, it looked like it might have had a nice cut pass in there, but it strays wide, goes into the hands of the defense as it's going to maybe a reset there off shoulder. It is loose and cannot seem to be corralled here at the moment, but finally they do. They get it out to mid where it's picked up by the KJ, and they will send it cross again and try to reset this offense back up.
Absolutely, but I don't think they're going to have the opportunity to do so as that bounces into the hands of Tasuna. Tasuna just sends this one up to the mid where it's recovered by Frozen Scorpio, looking for the mail slot, and oh my goodness, there's the delivery in for the 3 from 33 meters out. That is going to get Reverb Mulberry up by an entire 11 points, and only a handful of seconds left to go in this second quarter. If you're Frisco Dragons, you need some immediate points here to not let the momentum get away from you. Let's see if they can do it. This one's going to be handled by Griffin, sent over across to KJ in the tunnel, but intercepted by Frozen Scorpio. Excellent defense there from the side of Reverb. Still looking for more as that almost goes in from the backboard. But no, we're going to get out of this first half with a score of 25-14 in favor of Reverb Mulberry so far, and we will break it all down after a quick ad break. We will be right back.
Seconds. This one is loose in the Destroyer zone. Collected by Saluna. Stunned out. Picked up by Game. Stunned out. Zenith with it.
This is it. Trying to clear it.
Cleared out. 20 seconds. Game gets it back here. Game turning it around. Sends this one in off of the floor. Gets it to Rosie Hope. Rosie has Zenith pressuring. 13 seconds. Sending this one in. Stunned out. No. What a shield there from Acorn.
Oh, no.
That's it to finish. That's the victory. What's the clock? What's the clock?
That's it. That's it.
In the last seconds, the Orlando Cyclones come back 33-32. Are you kidding me?
What?
I've got nothing. Forget finals. What was that? What was that? No, not anymore. No. Put me on camera. Put me on camera. That was unbelievable. I cannot believe what just happened. I cannot believe what just happened.
On that read.
Hello and welcome back to the NEPA TV. We are continuing our coverage here between the match between the Frisco Dragons and Reverb Mulberry. It has been quite a match so far. Very exciting Echo action. And you know where you can see some very exciting Echo action live? It is going to be at the 2023 NEPA Charity Cup at Union Station. They are competing for mental health and recovery in virtual reality and beyond. As I mentioned, it'll be in Union Station in St. Louis, Missouri, March 10th through 12th, 2023. NEPA has discount hotel rooms. It is going to be such a fun time. You don't want to miss it. But this match also been a fun time. So let's talk about what's been going on here and now. Well, taking a quick peek at these stats. Oh my goodness. Reverb Mulberry has been all over the place, and I've got to shout out right now Rip Red leading the pack with 10 points to his name so far. That is incredible stuff, and that does not come without the help of the teammates, because Tasuna has 4 assists, and then saves right now is going to go to Elevate over there on the side of the Frisco Dragons. They have been killing it so far, and these stats really tell a story. Over there on Reverb Mulberry, everybody's contributing all over the place, and I think that plays into the theme that we've been seeing from this team, which is they have been working together up and down the arena, offensive, defense. It's not super polarized in how they play, whereas Frisco Dragons has been relying on a lot of stacks, a lot of alternating pressures, and it has worked for them, but they are still struggling to meet the speed and slow down that pace change of the Reverb Mulberry. So down by 11 points, Mark, what do you think is going through the heads of Frisco right now as they go into the second half?
Well, I think they overall played well. They did have trouble getting into the offensive bubble. So I think really what they need to focus on, that's what really Reverb was able to do very well, is get inside and create pressure inside the bubble. That's really what Frisco is going to have to do to turn this around. And so I think they need to just slow the game down, play it possession to possession, and just execute a little bit better on getting that into an executable offensive possession as quickly as they can and efficiently.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. I discussed it a bit earlier mid-game. You know, Frisco's just been a little bit off on the passes tonight, which happens. We're all off sometimes. But if they can tighten that up, clean that up, and capitalize on the opportunities that they've been creating in and around the bubble, we could see a very different half. But also, Reverb is determined to not let that happen. They get the first touch on this joust advantage. Tasuna sends it over to Frozen Scorpio, just chilling here in the trap, drawing out that defensive stack before sending it to Salty Raccoon up high, up to Rip Red, cutting it Salty back in. That's going to be in for the 2 as the Reverb start this round out strong.
Yeah, well, only 18 seconds in, they are making a statement. That's the thing that, really, that as Frisco, you don't want to have happen, is you just don't want the steps to get too big. You can overcome even a 12 points or 13 points in this case deficit just with a few good possessions and a few good turnovers, but you just don't want it to get ugly 18, 20 points or beyond. Where it becomes a position where, you're starting to go against the clock as well. As you see, they're playing it nice and slow here, controlled. They are trying to deliver these passes, but great stacks, great defensive stacks as Tasuna sends it. Going to kick back into the bottom trench, and they're retreating. That defense got there first, but they were on their heels as the offense comes charging in for Reverb, but it's ultimately going to be picked up by Frisco. They're going to send it to the far side tunnel, where Elevate is going to send it to the ceiling. They do kick it back out. They didn't have a good bubble there, as True is going to be handling. He's inverted. It comes off the bottom of Cloud to the bottom of Bowtie, and then Star, and then gives his pass in. It's a great on-target pass, but a great save as well to rebuff it here as they chase it back down here. We'll see if they get a good second effort here on this possession.
I mean, we will see, but the defensive Reverb is determined to not let that happen. However, Elevate gets there regardless, sending it over to Griffin, now crossing, connecting with True on the nest, below the shield and down low to Elevate, driving up, and oh my goodness, puts so much flair on it that it does not go in the goal. But hey, it happens. KJ gets the recovery. They'll try again, and this time, hey, sometimes you got to miss the 2 to hit the 3, and that's exactly what Frisco did there, is they get themselves to back within just 10 points.
Yeah, and Elevate, no doubt, gets to get his own shot back there. He definitely wanted to put that first one in, but he ends up getting 3 out of it, as they do play very well in that back line. They were guarding the tunnels really well, as you see, they could not get it cleared out through multiple attempts, and eventually Frisco able to make it happen. They cut it down to just a 10-point lead, but they're on the other end. Reverb is trying to get those points back, and they get it into the bubble and close and puts it in the bottom pocket as Tasuna is able to evade the goalie and deliver it nicely. Nice assist as well by Rip Red, who's having quite a game. They're trying to get that player of the game award, I think, or they're playing that way at least, as we now are back to a dozen.
Absolutely. So back up by a dozen, and Frisco Dragons is looking to shrink that. This one's going to be handled by Elevate in the tunnel. Oh, waits too long. The stack gets to him and is able to strip that one away. They'll send it up back into the Frisco bubble, but Griffin is still home there, and we'll get the first grab. However, that clear not quite going to go where they needed it to, bouncing around and into the hands of Frozen Scorpio for the Reverb. But once again, it'll be Salty Raccoon handling this reset on the back line. Quick dish up to Tasuna on the floor. Tasuna working their way in, but does not like what they see, so they are happy to stall. And I mean, hey, when you're up by 12 points, you can do so. You can run the clock down however much you want, and they're happy to just keep resetting, keeping this possession. Down low now to Frozen Scorpio, driving up from the floor, putting that one in for the 2. Reverb Mulberry adding more to their lead. They now find themselves up by 14.
Yeah, it seems to be what they have, advantage that they have as far as Reverb. They're able to slow these offensive possessions down. They're able to really be deliberate with how they're bringing it in, whereas we see Frisco kind of always on the run from the defense when they're on the offensive side. They're always trying to get, see right there, they're having to force these passes, and then they go errant. And even when they're picking them back up, they're just kind of barely getting to them, and then they're kind of staying alive here. And then as you see, another errant tip where they're trying to reset it, and they got a wide open shot here, but back off the backboard and then off the ding ring as they weren't able to convert on that. They still have possession. They toward the bottom here. They're waiting for reinforcements as a nice reset is going to keep it in Reverb's possession. They have a nice open one-on-one with the goalie, and Rip Red's going to take it in. Rip Red now leading the game with 12 points. And they, even though, and they have opened the lead even to 16 here. That's been their biggest lead of the night, almost doubling up Frisco here.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I am so impressed by Mulberry's ability to make the best out of a bad situation. We saw Tasuna there on the floor, almost ready to point blank put that one in. Lost tracking, but it did not matter. The team was immediately ready to handle that situation, got back to it, and still in the end capitalized on it for some points. So shout out to them. But here comes Frisco, trying to make this one work as they work their way through the mid. Under pressure is going to force the pass over to KJ in the popcorn. He'll work his way forward up to the ceiling, now eyeing up some lanes, finds one in the form of True ripping the shot on, whoa, thinking the goalie would be stunned out, but hey, the shot is not going to be on, and that's back down into the Frisco zone. Bouncing high in the bubble. The stack for Frisco gets home first, but they're going to go cover the goal. True finally realizing there's a little time and space, gets there, but it looks to send it out, but it is going to be intercepted by Tasuna, then stolen away by Elevate. Great defense there. Elevate now working their way forward. Goal lane is not going to be open and cannot find a relief pass in time. Instead, Frozen Scorpio gets this one stripped away and sent on through the tunnel where it will connect with Rip Red. Open goal, and we know he knows what to do with those. That's in for the 3, and now Reverb finds themselves up by 19 points. Guys, I can talk, I promise.
Yeah, it's runs for sure, and then once you catch a little bit of momentum, you can put it, all it takes, 3-4 goals together at once, and you can build these double-digit leads, and that's just, they're hard to overcome, and especially against a really good team. Elevate's gonna carry it himself in. He's into the bubble, but doesn't have anywhere to go with it. It does kick to the ceiling where KJ was waiting for it, so they do get lucky there and do capitalize as they bring this to a 17-point deficit. They have 19 now, and let's see if that can start something here. Hopefully they can get a good defensive rollout here against Reverb and try to chip out this before we get to the fourth quarter here.
Yep. Absolutely. So with 1 minute left in this third quarter, let's see if Frisco can get anything going here. Down low to KJ, driving up for this one-on-one, and we'll get it done. Sneaking that one through Salty Raccoon for the 2 is going to get some points on the board for the Frisco Dragons as they shrink the lead down to 15 points. And there's going to be a little bit of time left, probably only 1 volley, maybe 2, but let's see how Reverb Mulberry answers back here.
Yeah, they just have to get a turnover here. We'll see if they give them any room for it. Mulberry. They do. They turn it over in the near side tunnel, and they have a stack forward. They get to it. They have a 2-on-1 in the bubble. The defense is back, but they have a good positioning where they're able to get a 1-on-1 shot with the goalie. Still not able to convert. KJ is going to have it. They do some dancing around Geo as they're going to kick it back to near floor and back. Give and go to KJ from Elevate. Nice read by Elevate to see that KJ was going to be the one that could get that disc right back and convert, as they have a little bit of life here and a nice little scoring run of 6 straight. We'll see if they can make something out of it. That will be the last possession of the third quarter. And we're going to go to commercials here and come back with a little bit of analysis.
Hello and welcome back. We have got 1 quarter remaining here between the Frisco Dragons and the Reverb Mulberry. Reverb has been pretty dominant over the course of this entire game, but we saw some life from the Frisco Dragons as we finished out that third quarter. So, Mark, what do you think we're going to see now going into the final 8 minutes?
Well, I think we'll likely see Reverb slow it down because they got a 13-point lead and only 8 minutes to play. So they're going to have to be really smart, organized play from Frisco. They have an offensive breakout here. They sent it deep, but it's caught by the defensive stack as they sent it to the ceiling where the stack was able to get to. So they'll have to be smart. They'll have to pick apart and get some quick goals here early on. So we'll see if they're able to do that. A nice opportunity there, but that shot goes away. And reset down the middle does not get out as Salty Raccoon's going to take it and smartly reset as this is going to be Frozen Scorpio walking it up. Far side Cloud. Currently they got Salty Raccoon across the field. They got somebody causing mayhem in the bubble, and then also across boot option here. So they're not in any hurry. We'll see. There we go. If they have one person chasing the disc now, Frisco may need to stack up and put pressure on them, but they get a loose disc opportunity here. A bad reset, and they have one person going back, but 2 is faster. But they got to convert on that one. That was a point blank range and a great save to deny them that goal. And on the other end, Rip Red just zipping it in from 35 meters out, like no problem. Rip Red now has 18 points to go along with 4 assists, leading the game in that stat. And woo, that's a toughie. They really had a good offensive possession, it looked like, but taken away by Reverb.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be heartbreaking. Had almost a point blank shot on the backboard. Salty was able to get the save, sent it up to Rip Red there, who hit the immediate 3. So what looked like definite points for Frisco actually turned into a long bomb from Reverb Mulberry. But they are back into the bubble, and Salty Raccoon will once again deny the shot from the Frisco Dragons. He has been killing it in the goal this evening. He's only got 4 saves credited, but we have seen far more than that from him so far. And now it has led to a possession for the Reverb Mulberries. They make their way up the arena. Frozen Scorpio stopping here at the nose for a moment, finding those teammates, settling on that option up high to Rip Red, but Rip Red gets read by True for the Frisco Dragons, sending this one on through the tunnel. It's going to bounce up into the hands of Griffin, but not for long as Frozen Scorpio gets the stun, the steal, and a beautiful reset back to Salty, who quickly sends this one up to Tasuna. That is an open goal, but oh no, off of the shield. Who put that there? That's not fair. KJ now going to get this one picked up for the Frisco Dragons, but not able to get rid of it in time. And Tasuna, this time, taking no chances. That is over the shield and in for the 3.
Yeah, we saw Elevate do that in the third quarter. These players don't like to miss. When they miss, you'll see them do super heroic things to get to the disc to make the makeup shots on those, and they usually don't miss those. So great job to stay with it and eventually cash in on those 3 points. They have a 19-point lead as the clock becomes the bigger enemy than the scoreboard here at this point in the game for Frisco, as they are staring down the barrel of their very first loss of the AAA season.
Absolutely, but they are not done yet. Working this one around the bubble. It's going to be Elevate on the floor. Not able to find another pass, though. Stunned out by Frozen Scorpio, who sends this one through the cross-side tunnel. We should see a stack race here as Elevate gets there by himself, actually. Oh my goodness, a ton of stuns going on. Elevate with a little time and space to work with sends this to the waiting stack. True and Griffin just firing this one through. They get broken apart, though, but it's okay. KJ's going to get the pickup. No, it's not okay, as Salty Raccoon gets a beautiful defensive read, stuns him out, gets it sent over to the teammate, but it's actually True getting the recovery back to KJ and then to Elevate in for the goal. That is exactly what Frisco Dragons needed. There's some points to stay alive as they push into the final 4 minutes of this game.
Yeah, 13 points to lead Frisco today with Elevate. Great play all around from them as usual, but not quite enough to turn away Reverb today, as they are playing very, very well throughout all 4 quarters. They haven't lost a quarter yet, and but Elevate with another 3 here as they bring that point total to 16 and bring down the deficit to 14. So not going away without a fight here. They are still mathematically in the game, but that would require something very, very impressive at this point.
Yeah, that window is ever shrinking. The clock is not on their side, but they're not done yet. They are not out. They just need to keep building on this drive that they've got going right now, and that is how you do it. KJ getting the interception there off the joust, sends this one low to Elevate. That is an open goal, and oh no! Oh, that would have been so needed, but it is going to be a bit high as Tasuna gets the pickup, sends this one on forward. That's going to make its way, close to the bubble, all the way into the bubble, actually. Frozen Scorpio getting there first, but not able to capitalize on the opportunity. Instead, recovered by True here, doing some moves to find a way out. Sends this one up high to the cross popcorn, recovered by KJ, but then stolen away by Tasuna. Tasuna on the ceiling, looking for those lanes, finds one in the form of Frozen Scorpio, over to Rip Red, one more to Salty Raccoon. The full team play comes through from Reverb Mulberry as they put another 2 points on the board.
Yeah, with every pass inside the bubble, the higher percentage of shot you get. Salty coming through, the goalie all the way coming back from the other side of the field and then jumping in there, getting a really good, easy 2-pointer there to bring this into a non-mathematical situation. They're going to try a logo shot here to extend the lead, but it's going to kick off the bottom of the clock into the hands of Griffin, who's going to send it out near side. They do have it. They send it across and back to Elevate, who has it under boot. He's going to try to bounce it out of the zone through the tunnel, and Salty cannot catch up with it. They have a nice other end by KJ for 31 meters as they bring that down back to a 13-point lead. A minute 35 left, and Reverb will pull ahead here at the end of this game to 3-1, with Frisco falling to 3-1. Still very good winning teams that I anticipate will be seeing a lot of wins this season from.
Yeah, absolutely. But the Frisco Dragons are still determined to fight to the very end of this match. True working their way up into the bubble for this one-on-one. But once again, Salty Raccoon gets it done. I don't know how, but it's not in the goal. Now up into the hands of Rip Red, working their way forward, looking to fire this shot from his own side of the arena, off the backboard. So close, but that's what your teammates are there for. Tasuna swooping in to finish that one off for the 2. It's going to get Reverb Mulberry up 46-31.
Yeah, and in addition to leading the team in points, Rip Red with 18, they also lead the team in assists with 7 and with steals with 3. They're all over the place. They're being very difficult on the defense, as well as converting those steals and converting those interceptions and turnovers into points. KJ moves it down to the floor where it's going to be cut back, but it looks like their teammate was going in for the goalie stun and not expecting the pass, and it kicks back out to near side tunnel. It's going to be held by the back line. This is Griffin, who's floating in, trying to find an opportunity. They go to the stealing. They send it down into the crease, and it's going to be picked up by Elevate, and a couple moves there and a little bit of a dance moves after the goal as well. So the full package there by Elevate as they pull it to the last goal of the game. It'll be 33-46 final here in favor of Reverb. And that's all she wrote.
Yes, that is all she wrote. 46-33 in favor of the Reverb Mulberry over the Frisco Dragons. And what a fight from both of these teams. Even when Frisco Dragons ran out of mathematical time there, wasn't time for them to come back. They still kept fighting, still kept putting points on the board, still kept driving. And for that reason, I mean, absolutely shout out to them. They just took their first loss of this series, but I'm sure that they are going to learn from this and they are going to come back even stronger next week. So God help whoever they've got next week as an opponent, because Frisco is here to stay. But Reverb, man, Reverb, what a performance from them. I really cannot get over how well this squad played. I mean, taking a quick look at these stats here, both Chasuna and Ripred are in double-digit points, 14 and 18 respectively. Everybody on that board for the side of Reverb has at least 3 assists. Ripred is up to 7 of them, and Salty Raccoon with 5 saves. Man, I really cannot get over that number. That is not to slight the Frisco Dragons in any way. All of their players also performed exceptionally well. Elevate with 18 points, 5 assists. Everybody contributing everywhere over on the side of the Frisco Dragons. But Reverb, man, Reverb was on another level this evening, and it is going to make picking a player of the game exceptionally difficult, because every single one of these players has something that I want to shout out. Tasuna really set the pacing on offense several times, taking a moment to slow it down there, particularly on the ceiling whenever it was needed to save a possession, to make a drive work. Frozen Scorpio absolutely killing it on the defense, stealing it away from several of those Dragons players on multiple occasions to disrupt them, force turnovers, and get it out of their bubble. Salty Raccoon, I really cannot sing his praises enough from this match. The stats may not reflect it, but the number of key plays that Salty Raccoon had in goal to shut down some of those Dragons drives, stop any kind of momentum they may have been gathering, and really seal the deal on defense. I can't explain it enough. And the interceptions, the resets that they had in the mid, really setting the tone, setting the pace, controlling that game from that back line. Shout out to Salty. But the final Reverb player, and my choice for the player of the game, we can discuss it, has got to be Ripred, because my goodness, how do you put up 18 points and 7 assists? That is insane there. Ripred just has the make it happen factor in the bubble here for the side of Reverb. Really, really killing it there, and I'm wondering if you think the same.
Yeah, I mean, great stat line, 18 and 7. I think a lot of those 7 assists were other people's rebounds off their shots as well. They were getting the disc lots and getting quality shots on, and obviously converting on a lot of those. For me, it's got to be Salty. Salty kept the door closed the entire match, not only with the working goal, which, as we both say, saves are undercounted for sure, as well as on the back line. Nothing was going past Bowtie that Salty wasn't taken care of, unless it was on the ceiling. And even on the ceiling, that's when they were able to play well and keep the score low. So for me, it's got to be Salty, but both those players definitely are deserving of accolades off those performances.
You know what? I can agree with Salty. I mentally flipped a coin there for Ripred because I could not make my mind up. But honestly, I can absolutely support this pick for Salty, because, as you said, the work that he was putting in on defense, in the midfield, everything to control the pacing of the game, stopping the tracks of the Dragons' momentum, was honestly just incredible. Always came through in those clutch moments. So 100%, let's go with Salty for the player of the game here in this match between the Reverb Mulberry and the Frisco Dragons. Shout out to Salty Raccoon. Shout out to the rest of Reverb Mulberry, who actually we're going to hear from in just a moment. I see these players lining up for this interview. So with that in mind, stick around. We will be right back. We're going to talk to the Reverb Mulberry about that game, about their win, how they're feeling. It's sure to be a good time. So stick around. We will be back soon. And welcome to the NEPA TV. We just saw an exciting matchup between the Frisco Dragons and Reverb Mulberry, where Reverb Mulberry won 46-33. It was an incredible match, and so now we are joined by the players of Reverb Mulberry, minus one very salty raccoon. I'm sad he's not here, but we do have Tasuna, Frozen Scorpio, and Rip Red, so the party's here. Guys, what a match. I mean, that first quarter really started back and forth, trading blows there, but something changed. You guys pulled ahead, and by the end of the second quarter, I mean, the match was all but decided at that point. So what happened there? Was it just you guys warmed up and you were ready to go at that point, or was there a conscious change that was made? What happened? Tell me about it.
Well, okay. Well, I gotta say that as a front, when me and Tasuna were front stacking, we were able to figure out like a way to avoid getting stunned and being able to steal the disc. On top of that, our back stack was able to pick up for our slack if we were messing up or screwing up, and we were able to convert a lot of points in doing so. And as well as when we lost the disc as well, our offensive plays were just they couldn't guard our offensive plays. And we took advantage of that in the second round, and we kind of just kept that lead ahead for the third and fourth round, being able to play time and everything in the last two rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm sorry, did I cut someone off?
No, just agreeing.
Oh, okay, cool. I mean, I agree as well. I shouted out during the game, your ability to have your positioning coordinated, your stacks coordinated, whatever it took to always make sure you were capitalizing on the opportunities that you created was nothing short of incredible. I mean, one play I really want to shout out to Tasuna, you were on the floor, lost tracking in your hand. We saw it, but your team really did not miss a beat. You were all, you already had a stack together going to go get the disc, and you still were able to capitalize on that drive. Just the way that you guys flow together and are prepared for everything is nothing short of incredible. And I was so glad to be able to see that. Mark, you have any questions for the Reverb Mulberry here?
No, when you guys bring it in, really controlled possessions, which is really nice to watch, and you guys seem to get in really close for these high percentage shots. Is that your guys' goal on offense, to try to get in the bubble in those really good high percentage situations? And what path do you guys usually take there? How do you usually get to that point?
I don't think we do it like consciously. I think it's just something that happens like instinct almost. So like we could just kind of, just like the way that we communicate with each other and the way that we position ourselves, it just kind of like fits together like a puzzle almost.
Yeah, it's just basic game sense that anyone picks up over like years of playing Echo. If there's already someone left tunnel or someone in the right tunnel, you just go in a different lane and we just move up the field like that.
Yeah, the possession where you guys caught it in the far side tunnel, reset it back to the nest, and then put it in the opposite tunnel for an open three. And I don't remember who got the shot, but yeah, it's just really impressive. You guys seem to know where each other are at the whole time. So great chemistry. It was a good game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, and thanks for doing the interview. And Saika, what say you about the match?
I mean, it was a fantastic match. You guys really showed off your stuff tonight, so that makes me wonder, was there any particular strategy that you had coming into this match? Because technically, and I mean technically in quotes, by the numbers, Frisco Dragons should have been the favorite here, but you guys still pulled out on top. Did you do any kind of VOD review, any kind of special preparation for this game, or did you just go in, what, we're just gonna win this one, bottom line?
We're just gonna win this one.
All right.
Yeah. We knew that our front stack would be really good because it's me and Frozen on our Chicago, so we have low ping, so we're able to go really fast, and me and him are kind of on the same page. We have like the same brain cell when we're front stacking.
You share one brain cell?
Yeah,
Are you bragging about that?
Their front stack was great.
It works though. It works. And then so we trusted in our abilities and we balled out.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes it be like that. Congratulations to you guys. That was a fantastic match. Mark, do you have any final thoughts for Reverb before we get on out of here?
No, I'm excited. It's my obviously my first time casting y'all, and I look forward to what you guys do this season. Stacking up more wins, just like tonight, and yeah, great win.
Absolutely. So, congratulations to you, the Reverb Mulberry, on your win over the Frisco Dragons. Thank you for putting on quite a show for us this evening. Shout out to everybody in the chat watching along. Yes, Mark Ramsey in the booth with me. First time casting these teams. Second cast, I think, ever, right? Yes?
Yeah, second game tonight was my first cast, and this is my second one. So other than the cast that the program I started a few months ago where I learned how to do this. And but it's nice seeing on the pro level, definitely a different pace of play than what we see because we do mostly buddy matches that are like gold and plat. So to get up in these higher tiers, it's just a lot of fun to watch you guys.
Heck yeah. So shout out to you. Shout out to AJ running the cams, and Coms is hiding back here with us practicing so that he may too one day cam one of these matches, and we cannot wait for that either. But until that day happens, good night. Have a fantastic evening. We will see you next time.